wanna play D&D?
Yeah.
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 I do.
I'd kill people. Do so. Name your price.
Siren, love and light.
Yeah,
I get the concept, but you would kill someone for a chip, a single potato chip.
You do it for free.
You will pay someone to do for you to do it yourself.
If I was holding a bag of chips and somebody took it from me and said kill this guy and didn't give me the chips back, I'd still do it. I know. Anyway.
D&D.
D&D?
D&D.
D&D.
D&D?
Indeed.
We ready?
Yeah.
Take my
I think so.
Did you take your medication?
I did.
Good. Everyone take their medication?
Yes, mine is only at night.
I think it's just me.
Not gonna die, chance.
Yeah, I took my medication.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna die today.
You're a robot
Yeah, I'm
part.
gonna die.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna die today, actually.
I think this is the day.
And just wait like
This is it. I'm going to
hours.
perish.
If you could just wait 2 hours. Don't.
Don't at all. Live
No, no.
forever.
But if you have to, give it like 4 or 5 hours for.
At least let us canonically kill you in the game.
Let Noah have a noble sacrifice in the middle of this devil's like fucking fortress.
Alright, but yeah.
Right. Everything. Yeah,
Aggie
everybody's good.
daggy.
Did it.
Okay.
Hail and well-met travelers, welcome to Dungeons and Dragons! Get in here.
Oh my god, look at this. We're in such a
Fucking
scary
idiot.
place.
Oh my god, it's Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my god, it's such a
We're back in it.
My heart is beating so hard suddenly.
I literally have, like, my stress levels skyrocketed.
Whew.
I'm so ready. Boys, we're so back.
So, it was Dover, and now we're back.
We are so back.
Now, see, the problem is that's what 2 sessions ago was called, so we can't call it.
And the fact
You can't call it
We did
again.
2 sessions and then stopped for another 10 months.
It's okay. These things happen. Being an adult is hard.
God,
Yeah.
it sure is.
Being a mentally ill adult is hard.
yeah, it sure is.
Okay, got it.
So, we're trapped in a demon castle in hell.
So that's the gist of it, yeah.
Cool.
Great.
Good.
Amazing.
Glad we got that. Glad we got that figured out.
Just regular things. Just girly things.
All we do is regular girly things.
Don't worry, I'm looking over my notes, and I did write down that Penn said something really mean about only being here to get Krios.
Don't worry, I wrote it down too.
And if I had been writing things down, I would have as well.
Brutal.
It's not true! I love you,
Well?
Reverence.
That's not what Penn said.
And they don't lie.
That's worse. Do you understand how that's worse?
Oh, fuck.
It's crazy work.
I don't think they were here to only get Krios. My god.
You don't think?
Surely that's not what I said. Surely I didn't say,
I
fuck
think that's what you
Reverence, I'm here
said.
for the knife. Let's go, Krios. Anyway.
Reverence,
I'm gonna
friendship
scream.
ended with reference.
My
I
internet
like
dropped.
mainly remember the fourth wall break of it's what we gotta do to continue our quest.
Yeah.
It was. But also, like,
My internet dropped for a second. So
Oh,
you've missed nothing.
That's fucked.
yeah, I know, but if it keeps, I'm gonna start screaming
If it does,
I'll
we'll
cut
start
the mic.
killing.
when I do it. Oh hey, what the fuck? Why is that over here?
What?
Yeah?
hmm?
I just found my weed vape, which I tore my fucking room apart trying to find like a week ago. Like, I mean,
And do you want me to leave that on the internet, or?
I don't care. Like, everything except for at my desk. I tore the fuck apart trying to find this thing, and it's over here. It's just sitting on my desk under a plate. I'll kill
course.
myself. It's fine. Anyway,
Not-
sorry.
Not
continue.
today.
Not today. Tomorrow.
Okay, so we're all like in a phone call. We're in our separate bedrooms, all alone. I don't think that's true. I think we're in. Yeah, no, we sneak back to our bedrooms and we call everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are separate because there
Yeah.
was one phone call where we dimension doored into one person's room or something.
Yep. Right now we're back in our separate bedrooms except for Penn and Yorna, who are together. And we're on a phone call going, so Scary Skin Book, Reverence has a sister and a dad or whatever. Now what are we doing?
That's a good question. What are we doing?
I mean,
I forgot what our plan was. Oh,
we didn't have one.
We were working on
My
it.
last notes are we argue for a while about whether we're splitting the party or not. So,
But
Did we
for
hang
what
up?
reason were we going
We
to
did
split
not.
the party?
Because Reverence didn't want everybody to stay and help her because it's dangerous.
Oh,
Reverence thinks
That's-
everybody should leave and leave her here.
that's
Which-
dumb.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
dumb as hell.
which is what everyone else is saying. Yes.
That's what everyone told her. Yes.
That's
Okay.
stupid.
Who all is
But
here? Is
he
Peregrine
thinks-
here? Did we bring him to hell?
Yeah, you brought Peregrine down.
Wow, that's
Sorry,
crazy.
Peregrine.
He just agreed to that?
Yeah.
I think we needed Peregrine to get here for
Nope.
one
Nope.
return.
Nope.
No?
Motherfucker does not cast spells.
That guy
No,
cast his
he was-
big axe.
He was there when Reverence vanished, and we were like, Peregrine, please.
Peregrine, please,
You're
you're
so
big
big
and
and
strong.
strong.
Please.
Help us.
And he was like,
Help us.
yeah, all right.
Sure. I am the adult here. I'll come.
Literally, when all of us are like near 30s at least.
Penn's in their 40s.
And
Merrick's almost 40. Reverence is the baby.
damn, 50? I guess no, she's 28.
How old is Noah?
Older.
Yeah, you're like
Older. Old
as
100 or
fuck.
something, right?
It's about
It's
100 and some.
something.
Yeah.
Put that man in a
117.
retirement home.
Literally, to that, like, what is he even doing here? Go drink your tea, Grandpa.
Come on, people, let's get you to
Yeah,
bed.
go.
I'm trying so hard not to derail again, but I thought about Noah playing like shuffleboard.
He should be at the cruise.
He should literally be on the cruise right now, and instead we brought him to hell. That's so fucked. This is like the opposite of a cruise. I think this is as not on a cruise as you could possibly get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bastard's trying to feel young again.
Let's fucking go, brother. Let's
He's
go.
still got some fight left in his bones. Let him live. He's in his golden years.
Really. Okay.
Oh,
I mean-
fuck. Okay.
We could bring it down to like the main party plus Parrot. How many people can play shift in one go?
Up to 8?
I think it's 8, right?
I think that's what we were talking
Yes.
about. In regards to everybody but Reverence, I also can still banish to send you back home.
Except for Reverence and Merit.
For reference, the whole reason we came here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I just said except for Reverence. I know she can't banish herself, but some people can be banished home if we don't have enough plane shifting.
The good news, Penn canonically belongs to the material plane. We know one for sure.
Yeah. Noah also
We know 2 for sure. The other one is Reverence.
Yeah, Reverence is in hell for sure. Yeah, I banished.
Like, literally, 2 of you will be back in the material plane, and then Team Virtue is just gone.
Yeah. I banished Noah too, right?
No, it was just you and me.
How the
Yeah.
fuck did Noah get out of the
He
hot
wasn't
He
there.
didn't
He
go.
wasn't there.
Didn't go in the hot place. Right. You're right. I remember
Yeah.
now. The thing is that this has been
An age.
9-year something.
Oh,
effort.
yeah.
A 9-year effort.
A lot of what's gone on in sessions 1 to 125.
Yeah.
This fucking campaign should be in the 2nd grade.
Oh.
Don't put it like like that.
Oh my god!
Don't say it like that.
Jesus.
We're currently taking
It's
our
actually
baby to
older
second
than
grade.
that.
Don't
now.
say it like
We're
that
currently
either.
Taking our baby to 3rd grade.
Ugh.
Anyway,
So, like, I kind of vote for getting Adora out of here, frankly. It kind of
Yeah.
sucks
Yeah.
to get Kane out of here when we paid him all of my money.
We did also
I
expect.
don't. Now, hey, let's watch the we in this situation.
When I paid him all of my money and some of Merritt's
Thank you.
money. But we could bring it down to. I mean, we could even let Peric go back home and keep Kane since we paid him so much more money.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
So-
We might as well get our value, right?
I was gonna say we could probably send everybody else home, but you did pay the guy like
We paid him. Sorry,
6,000.
Penn paid him so much money.
I think now that Adora knows that you're like basically safe, it'd be okay. Peregrine doesn't need to be here, except that we were like, we need an adult.
Literally.
Mirage is just like, I'm chill. I'll be here. And if we
Yeah.
can get one of the professors of teleportation, plane shifting magic out of here, it might be best.
Yeah.
Let's just so someone knows what's going on.
So you don't want to teach the devils how to get out of hell. Noted.
Yeah, quick question. Anybody's character that they're playing right now for getting all the devils out of hell?
No.
Mm.
Reverence feels. Well, we should be discussing this in character.
Does Peregrine have his stone, or does Ariadne have it?
I would imagine he took it with you.
Okay, so he can be in on these calls. That's good.
Phone a friend.
Do we have the brains to switch to in character to have this decision?
Yeah, let's do it.
That's what
So,
we should be
I
doing.
think so.
Kane and Mirage don't have stones, everybody else does.
Okay. Well, somebody should give their stone. If Kane's staying, everybody who stays should have a stone. So somebody's gonna have to borrow it.
Okay.
I'm gonna presume that Penn just asked, does anybody want to get the Devil's out of Hell?
So, I know we're here for reverence reasons, and I know you want to stay here for a bit, but it seems like part of that is going to be helping all these demons get out of here, which doesn't feel at least like it's our decision to make.
Yeah, well, see, so, no. I don't think we should do that. I don't think that's, look, I want to know things. I want information. I don't think it would be a very good idea to release, 500 conservative estimate? Demons from literally the pit of hell? So I don't think we should do that.
Especially if
I
they're
don't-
here, like, guarding that thing.
The thing that's under there, yeah.
If they get out of here, I think that might be bad.
I think it might be bad if that happens.
Which lies my problem as well. That this is a prison is terrible in its own way, but if it's going to be at the risk of unleashing something much, much bigger that gods couldn't even really fully deal with,
I think probably if we were to let everybody out of here, is what would happen is the world would be doomed.
That sounds about right.
It seems 'cause
approximately, yes.
The thing under us, both just kind of visually, and according to the book as well, it's really bad. A really bad thing.
Peregrine, how do you feel about dooming the world?
I thought it was pretty. I don't think we should do that.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thanks. Let's
We've
agreed.
discussed this. We've
Yeah,
there's go ahead.
my 2 cents on it is, look, I feel bad for them to an extent.
Sure.
Like, their situation here sucks for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Having to scrape tree off the bark of a beast,
It's not good. I do.
but
The bark of the beast.
Got bark
at
and
the
bite.
same time, you said about a 500 rough estimate. At most, probably 1,000 here.
Well, more than 500 is a big fortune.
And we just, I just feel like it's too risky to put everybody else in the material plane in danger because we can't trust
No.
what they say.
I feel
I feel bad, but
quite terrible about it, honestly. Having been involuntarily imprisoned for a large portion of my life, I hate it for them badly. It's really terrible to not be able to leave a place that you really, 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 really don't want to be. And I assume, according to our darling almost, that some of these people are my family. However, knowing that, the thing about all of this is, okay, so this scary demon guy that is my dad, what I just said a few moments ago about being imprisoned for almost all of my life, and my father is like a really powerful demon with a big fortress and an army, etc. What the fuck I was imprisoned for?
Well,
Why
I
the
mean,
fuck
it
was?
sounds like there's stuff here too. Maybe he didn't have a choice.
I mean, he wasn't here. They said, they said we had this. They said he was coming or whatever the fuck. Surely that's what they were talking about. I would imagine. So I don't.
And do you want to stick around here long enough for Big Demon Lord Daddy to get here? Because that sounds a little spooky.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
Does it feel like a great idea? No. But I don't know anything about myself. I only recently learned my fucking birthday. It'd be cool to. It might be cool to know anything about my lineage / past. Is my thought process. But that's also why I told you all that you don't need to stay for me to do that, because does it seem like a very good idea? No.
Because we're chock full of good ideas this whole time.
No, we never have been, have we?
I don't know. The dragon thing was pretty cool.
I was
It
literally
was.
about to say, cutting the dragon's head,
We've-
that was kind of fuck. I don't remember which one of us came up with that, but it was baller.
I mean that whole plan is how we ended up here.
Yeah,
But it
was
was
so
pretty cool.
But
It was so cool.
Credit where it's due. We do have some gems,
Also,
but also we're here in hell.
I would say also that now I didn't know.
No. Which
I didn't think they would send me to hell.
which often becomes some of our problems.
The problem with everything we do ever, I think, is that we don't know. I think that's our problem as people. We don't know.
But regardless, you want to send us away because you think it's dangerous, as if we haven't faced danger before. As if we haven't faced danger before because of one person's choice or folly.
Reverence is not in the same room as Merritt, but she's pointing as if she's pointing at Merritt, like, see? Nobody can see her facial expression, but she's like, That's right.
This
And
being
I might add, we
Hmm?
do stupid things. I mean,
Well, yeah, it was
that's
both.
cool. It was cool as fuck. I got a picture. Like,
Oh my God.
unavoidably. I might add that many of the incredibly stupid things we do on behalf of other people, not even one of us. You know? It's me.
I would ask you to consider if we're going to talk about what motions our characters are doing that can't be seen on the phone. Merritt talks with his hands. Brightwood literally raises his hand as if he's going to interrupt. It's a fucking phone call. Goes, I should point out the entirety of the debacle of finding my father back in Secco. How much of a how many minor trips and disasters did we go through there?
I
And
stopped
we didn't even
counting.
find him.
And we didn't even find the fucker.
See, we found my dad. We found
And you're
out.
wanting to send us away? No!
I'll tell you what, honestly, I feel like we're wasting damn time worrying about whether we're going to stay or not because you know the answer to it. So,
That's true.
uh,
All
let's
of this
figure out
is-
who we do want to stay and who goes.
He's right. I
Thank
hate saying
you.
that. I hated saying it. It made me nauseous, but he's right. I feel sick in my stomach. I think. Well, everybody's on the phone call. Who wants to stay? You're not. We're probably not good. Who wants to stay?
Look,
Me.
Nobody.
Nobody? Cool. Well, bye.
I'm worried about how we stay here longer without teaching demons how to get out of hell. I'm not going to abandon you if you want to stay here, though.
Good point. I mean, we could bullshit it, right?
Can't we bullshit it?
You
That was
think we
part
could
of. I believe that was a part of a discussion we were having. Is we can do a trade of information, just not literally try and get them all out. Considering also, there's not enough power of plane shift in the world that we have access to, at least,
That's
that
exactly
can
right.
get everyone. So
That wouldn't even be a lie. In fact, I think out of character, I think we did say because we ate at a table with Suffer
Yeah.
and others, or I
Yeah.
did. We all did. There was a point in which I was translating a lot of stuff.
yes,
Back in-
session before last. I did
Okay.
read the notes over for that one, and that's kind of what I'm remembering.
Yeah, so we
Um,
did
like-
have discussion a little bit with them
Yes.
that the singular of all of us are not nearly powerful enough to actually do it, and that's why the concept of teaching them came up.
Yes.
But
That's still
mean-
teaching them, but how? What kind of magical power are they even capable of?
probably a lot. Some of them.
Yeah.
Possibly, probably.
I mean, I imagine what if he's that powerful? What the fuck? Well, say his name.
Devinoff.
Devinoff.
uh,
I can't.
do we?
Oh,
Just call him
shall we
Daddy,
not
it's
name
fine.
him?
I'm not gonna call him Daddy.
I also. Maybe it's just my weird little instincts. I don't really want to be saying the name right now.
Perhaps so. That can't be it either.
Huh?
I was gonna say Big D. It definitely is. It definitely. That's
shit.
Siren saying that.
The Dav.
The Lord of the Palace, who happens to be my relation, seems it's about like in regards to magical power. If he's that big of a deal down here, he's probably powerful enough. He's got warlocks.
Yes.
He's got an army.
Which
Some of these people here are his warlocks. 1000%. Right?
which also,
We
however,
don't-
poses the question, or the point, I guess, that he probably knows what's going on here and would not help to release them. Otherwise, how do I say this? Would we not already be in trouble if really big, powerful demons wanted to cross over to the other side and could just plane shift to do so? Sure,
Let's cast
but
Wish.
maybe powerful enough ones. I'm not confident.
Tell me why I opened my spell sheet.
Does that help?
My spell sheet cannot save us. I don't plan that far.
It doesn't
You
matter.
didn't plan that far?
No, I don't. I don't put all my
Oh,
spells
I've
like
got
you
all
do.
of my possible. Oh, right,
I'm-
because it works different. That's right. That's right.
Yes, I am built different.
It works quite differently. I remember.
I have to pick. I have to pick them, and that's
so
it.
sad.
Pickle.
No, warlocks do not get it.
Okay.
For what's worth, I hold to the merit thing of I don't think so. I don't know, because that's about as close.
I don't
as
think
we
Penn
got.
knows about Wish, so that wasn't out of.
Oh
that
yeah,
wasn't
fair.
me.
We do know about Wish though, because we
I
told
mean,
True.
in a sense, we know about wishes can happen. I don't know that we know the 9th level spell wish.
Yeah.
no, nobody here knows the
Yeah.
9th level spell Wish.
But so essentially, teaching them could be problematic. But would it not be possible that they already have? If it was as simple as a plane shift spell, do you think they would not already have access to it?
I wonder is if they have access to magic as a whole yet already or not. I don't think they do.
They must. It's a bunch of demons. These people could absolutely use magic. Now, the
Arcana
reasoning
check.
behind-
Are the torches lit or are they magic?
They're
Is it
good. They're
magic
blue,
fire?
so I think it's magic.
Do I do this? Yeah.
I know how to
So
play
funny, it's fucked
D&D.
up.
I have not a great Arcana check, but I want to know anyways.
Congrats, Benji.
Thanks.
You done it.
That's me and Benji with my Arcana check.
Wow.
Good idea, by the way.
Nice. It's I'm thinking.
Processing.
I got so scared.
No. I don't think they're magical, no.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
I mean, with all the light sources in the building, they don't seem like they're magical. They seem like they're just lit. So maybe they don't have a lot of magic to them.
and all the weapons here are base in design. Not that they necessarily have to be,
True.
Yeah, it all seems
made,
very minimal. Now, don't get me wrong. If they were taught, I'm sure they have magical capabilities. And that is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about teaching them.
Right, because that's what they want us to do is teach them.
Yeah, even if we were to teach them some other sort of spell and con them into thinking that it's,
Well,
plain
what
shit.
I was thinking is that, and I don't know, again, I'm not known for my good ideas, so,
True.
keep that. Thank you, Pen. Thank you, Pen. You're so kind to me today. My only idea is we teach them that it is a very for to do something on that scale, right?
Mhm.
It is a incredibly complicated ritual that takes a long amount of time and ingredients, etc. That it takes a lot because if it were possible at all, which as far as I'm aware it's not, without astonishing magical ability, for one individual. Uh, I mean, we could pretend it's like a crazy. We could just make up a crazy, insane ritual that is almost impossible to complete, or that at least would take an incredibly long time to complete or gather the resources for, or even that they don't have the resources necessary to do it, which could get us an out as long as whoever, because they'll obviously have to keep somebody for collateral if they let some of us go. I mean, that's just what's going to happen. But if the person who is kept can get themselves out, i.e., plane shift, whatever you need to do, then we could leave on the premise that we're gonna gather shit and help them. But nobody can promise anything. You gotta be careful.
Please be so careful.
I'm worried that if we send half of our squad home right now, it's pretty obvious that it's not something that takes a lot of time and materials.
Yeah.
Also my thought, but I wasn't sure about getting to it at just this moment. But yes, even if only some of us go home, that proves it can be done.
On a small
And
scale is what I'm saying we can lie about.
Well, then my worry is if
If they just ask
they
us to take Big D and suffer out.
or just do small groups over
You
time.
would call them that.
I mean, you suggested it.
I didn't know. It's not true. My good friend Siren said that. Well, does anybody else have an idea? The floor is open.
Sadly not. They're going to pressure us about it, and we can't really. I mean, other than lie to them about.
the only other thing I could think of to try and get out everyone who wants out is play as if they played us, essentially. At the risk of then either sending back anyone who can plane shift or leaving one single person who can plane shift, and then it becomes an even bigger burden on them. What them and them alone, what we do from there.
I'm pretty sure they know that Peric can plane shift. I don't know if they know that
Yes.
Kane can plane shift. Do you know?
Yes. I not off the top of my head, I do not remember.
I think that's the case.
I'm pretty sure. I know for certain that when I was doing a lot of translating, I was talking to Peric a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that we
What
talked
was-
about Peric.
Yeah, and what was told to them was that it's hardly useful. And then that's why they were like, well, so that we can figure the fuck out from there.
So if we can get Peric and whoever else wants to get out of here out right now, we can play it like that was the person that shifted us in.
And that they left us behind.
Here's the next question. Can we successfully lie to a lot of incredibly powerful demons?
I can't.
I know this about
How
you.
low?
Who went outside?
We went outside.
No one
Oh,
did,
we're
but
inside
someone
now.
was mowing outside, and I was trying to mute it, and I muted it for the worst part.
Okay.
Then he was going away, and then I was like, "That's fine enough." No, it wasn't. Anyway, Merzwer continues and goes, "Well, I don't know how to speak Infernal anyway."
I
Sort of. You've been doing very well. I'm proud
Thank
of you.
you.
I am okay. I'm okay at it. Ish. What's everybody's modifier in
I
character? What numbers you got on
Oh.
your character sheet?
What's your lying modifier?
Y'all know I'm a +5,
Zero.
but Merritt won't.
0,
mean-
in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
I got a +5.
See, you guys are better than me. I got a +3, so what the fuck? One of y'all please learn Infernal real fast.
But Noah says, uh, Reverence, I believe in you, honestly. I, I'm not saying you're a bad person, but
You could say it.
You're a great liar.
You could say it
you
if you wanted to.
strike
It-
me as someone who could deceive the best. And he
That's
gives you an inspiration.
that's very flattering.
An inspiration.
That's really funny. You've got a fucking inspiration. Mark that shit down. Sure. Does it last until tomorrow? I don't think so. But
No, but you can get it again. Call Noah and be like, "What am I? A liar." Thanks.
thank you. To flatter me again. You're a bad person. Thank you.
Thank you.
Credit where it's due. Cleric of trickery,
I mean, yes, it's kind of
and gambling and luck and that thereof and so on.
it's really just a matter of am I gonna get
It would be
lucky?
pretty good
Yeah.
to get on Relishiz's better side to lie to demons, I think. Yeah?
Reverence pauses for a second. Searches for any godly feelings. Does she get any? I can't. I was gonna say she got some, but
You
then
know
it's
that guy's
mine.
not talking to you right now, right?
Oh yeah, he's not talking to me right now, huh? Why? What I did? I don't remember.
I mean,
I think it was mostly just that he brought you back to life and you haven't done a lot for him. Was like the main thing. And you've been asking.
He hasn't asked me to do anything for you. Reverence doesn't know.
Nonetheless, she says that is most certainly true. In fact, I think, considering the gods are the ones who locked the things away, well, I don't know if he would have been involved in that, quite honestly. It's not really his thing. The rest of them. He's not really into all of that. Nonetheless, probably would be good, right? I'll just have to try really hard not to get killed, I think. All of us. Killed.
So business as usual.
Right. We haven't died so far. I almost... Don't worry about the almost part. We haven't actually died.
You've almost died
Yeah.
twice now. Congratulations.
That's true. Me? No. It's only... No.
Oh, okay.
Only one.
Oh, okay.
No, it definitely happened twice. What was the other one?
The goblins early on. You got
Oh,
downed.
yeah, they wanted me dead.
Yeah.
They did not like my steez.
You got downed in like 2 bads. So it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that was a long time ago.
So who
I'm
cares?
different
Not
now.
wrong.
Well, it basically didn't happen.
That's how history works, right?
Yes. According
Okay.
to some people, yes.
Agony.
All right. So the plan is we send several people back so that we can cut our party down to a more manageable chunkum. With Peric, who is
Yeah.
the only one that we told them knows how to plane shift,
Yes.
and act like it's a betrayal. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can stay
That's
and
concept.
find out more information about Reverence's family. And then once we find enough, we get out of there with Kane.
Because you paid Kane so much money. You don't sound happy, Merritt.
That's the plan. It is the best plan we have.
It is, for sure.
So who are we sending back? Peregrine,
Everybody but Kane.
Adora, Mirage?
Yeah. Who wants to go back?
Impaired.
Does Yorna
yeah.
want to say? But yeah.
I'm not gonna send Yorna back.
Okay.
That's my fucking sibling.
I didn't think you were gonna, but
The dangerous bit in which Reverence was trying to shoo us all away.
I mean, yeah.
We're
You could all leave still.
no,
So,
no, I won't.
if we're sending back Peregrine, Adora, Mirage, we're keeping Merritt, Noah, Kane, Pen, Yorna, Reverence, which is only 6. So yeah, we're good.
We can all plane shift back again. Cam, if how many this plane shift can you
I'm
do?
pretty sure it's
8.
8.
Mhm.
Well, there you have it.
You and up to 8, so technically a full count of 9.
Oh, 9. That's good to know.
It
Excellent.
says in the wording it says you and up to 8.
Oh, that
So-
would have been better to know because we have 10 people and we brought along a second person because we thought we had to.
Oh,
I feel like we've gotten mixed up on the wording before.
No, no.
Genuinely, because in my brain this whole time it's been
I thought
8
it was
people.
8, yeah.
So, but I just pulled it up and it says that. Also, warlocks are capable of it. But anyway, we're moving on. We don't know this.
well, the next question is how do we get everybody who's going to leave in the same room?
That's also the hard part.
I mean, we decided that there wasn't any guards except for like at the bottom of the staircase, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there weren't any guards on this floor. They were just like at the bottom of the staircase. From my notes.
Who knows how to pick locks?
I mean, don't we have that key?
I don't think the key's gonna.
The key is
Lock will
finicky, is it
operate.
not?
The key has been a little unhappy with how much I've been using it and how little I've done in return. I currently owe the key. He thinks it's the king. Currently, I owe the king. I did it twice.
Yes.
Its own necklace, and it doesn't have it yet. So I don't know that the key will be particularly cooperative, especially to open several doors.
Are Peregrine, Peric, and Adora cool with going home? They're on the phone call with us. Mirage isn't.
Because we expected something very different, which is why we brought this many people. And now it's a matter of conversation. Kind of. Rather than combat.
Adora says, "Are you gonna be okay?"
Oh.
Yes, dear. We will be fine. We're very powerful.
I'm just really worried about you. It's really scary here.
And that's why you shouldn't be here. Because it's very scary and bad. But before we met you, the lot of us have gotten through and out of a lot of situations. A lot of situations that were very bad. We fought like 4 dragons. Is it 4?
I think it's 3.
3? We can say it's 4.
Like 4 is pretty good.
It's like 4.
Technically, y'all made 1 into 2, so we can count that.
There you go.
One, two.
That's funny.
There you go. We will be okay, and I will see you again. We will all see you again. You don't need to worry about that.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay.
And she means that shit, and you can tell. Reverence is not gonna die here. I will tell you that much. Fuck no.
Well, Shaz willing.
Well,
was gonna say God willing, and I was like, well, technically, there's a God we can reference.
That's kind of the one.
We can reverence.
We can reference and reverence. Anyway,
Yeah. Adora will leave. Peric wants to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Eric didn't want to be here in the first place, I don't think.
Peregrine, I'd like if he went back so he could take them back to the guild, if nothing else.
Yeah, I think Peregrine will leave too. He's fine with that.
Yeah, you guys got this.
The leaving is going to be so much easier than anything else that happens from this moment forward.
if I remember this exact day, this exact evening, Peric can only cast it like once. Question mark, and it's already taken for the day. So there's that caveat, but we still have the plan in a motion. So,
Do you think if in the morning they come and gather all of us, and then it happens, the leaving, the betrayal, air quotes, in front of guards,
live
Someone.
performance.
live performance, do we think that would help? A crazy noise just played in my...
Yeah. That's just the whoa, 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 whoa.
It's
Yeah,
just the
you know,
walls.
that's just
That's
the
just what it
walls.
sounds like in hell.
Yeah.
My concern is how easy is it for Peric to cast it and get everybody through?
It takes a moment, does it not?
My concern
It's
is that
one
I'm
action.
not much of an actor.
It's true.
That was my other concern. I believe myself. I'm sorry about the. Sorry about the machines.
Demon.
So loud. Mirror mode. Acting is well and fine. However, an audience can cause some issues. Yes, it's a lot of peering eyes. I do think it's.
I mean, well, the next thing, do we have a choice but to do it in front of an audience?
That's also what I was going to get around to.
Why don't we all try to pick our doors right now?
Sure.
Don't.
Why don't we all
have?
have our doors right now?
I was just looking through. I don't even have a lock picking set.
I've never carried that, and I'm not using my arrows for that.
Did they even leave us with our stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think-
you have your stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just separated, and then the doors are locked with. Are there guards outside of our doors? Yes. No. I
No.
think. Okay. Yeah.
I also don't have a lockpick.
I don't think any of us do.
Yeah.
We
Which
don't
is
do
so
that.
dumb. I feel like
Well-
I, as the ranger, should have that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I
does
mean-
Yorna have one? Probably not.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, they're a ranger, but not a city one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. No one here is from the city. None of us had to pick locks.
We're all
Like,
wild beasts.
Reverence could have technically, but with her situation, no.
Yeah.
And she hasn't trained to be a rogue yet. So like, she wants to so bad, she deserves it, but it hasn't happened yet.
I don't remember what level I decided I wanted to try and do that.
You did decide. I don't remember either. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's not too much we can. I have a climber's kit.
I have,
No rations.
I've
Let's
got
go oil.
2 charges of Dimension Door still.
If we're playing that
Wow.
game, I also
Are your
have.
doors even locked? How did Pen get out
Are they?
last time?
That's a you.
Well,
I think they
We-
crawled under the door with their...
Yeah,
Pin
I-
became a mouse.
Yeah.
And I
Pin became a mouse, and then yeah.
Okay.
It,
We just never checked.
I mean, I don't think.
Can we
Hold
check
on.
our
I don't
doors
think
real
they are,
fast?
because it's a dimension door. You have to see where you're going,
You don't.
right?
No.
You can
you can see a
approximate.
dimension door
It's not
through
It can be a
pretty,
place
but you
you
can
can see.
approximate.
A place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight downward, or etc. So
Okay.
she's done a lot by visualizing and putting like number directions and such. Place you can see is easiest, but as long as you can properly visualize.
Yeah, I
and
think the
know.
doors are locked. Yeah.
Okay, we actually decided to check this time. We didn't last time. We just did all that without checking. And then
That sounds like us.
Reverence is like, hang on a second. Did we check?
I swear we checked, but we can check again.
I'm pretty sure you checked.
Okay. I think we did check.
Yeah, I think we were.
There are quite a few dimension doors in our pocket, and we've at least seen the hallway enough to guesstimate. Yeah, this should land us here and there, and
How many spells do you have, Merritt?
I have 3.
Wow.
I've got.
Yes, we know this.
I've got.
Wait. Yes,
Wait.
I'm not.
I've got 2.
Mine's a nightmare because I never list mine right.
So, if Reverence can get
Actually.
to Peric, and then take them to Peregrine.
Actually, hold on, because I just remembered everything that we did. Let me double check this. Am I reading it right? No, I'm not. I'm tired. I'm tired, but give me like an hour.
Well, we can do it now.
Let me lay down on the floor for an
I
hour
mean,
and
we've
I'll
been
get them
sitting
back.
here and talking for a very long time. Has it been a short rest?
No, you probably have a short rest.
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say I'm not sure if that's
Let me get my wild shapes back, please. Thank you.
short rest. Yay, my spells! My beautiful spell slots.
The problem with me being only able to do it twice, though, is I do need to be able to get back into my room.
So true.
Yeah.
So not helpful at all.
No, I don't. I would need 3 to actually do anything helpful. Unless we can unlock the doors from the outside. But it probably needs like a key. It's probably not just like a...
I had one more idea. Pen is. Are you able to polymorph?
Ooh, I don't know.
I feel like we've talked about it before, but I don't
I can
remember to what
polymorph.
degree.
If you can polymorph,
That's probably
then
where
I
we talked about
probably
it.
can. What level is polymorph?
4th. Well, but then I still
Yeah,
can't...
actually, I have polymorph prepped.
Okay,
I wouldn't
would
be
you
able to-
be able to become a rat, go scurry under into somebody else's quarters,
Yeah, I can
turn
turn
them
everyone into
into a rat?
rats. I've got plenty of spells to turn everyone into rats.
No?
I've got 5 spell slots.
We are the rats. We are the rats.
Just thinking.
He's talking nice. Right. We are the rats.
Okay. We're gonna have a rat party for a moment, if that's okay with everyone.
I can't do anything about it because even me
I'm-
being a polymorph, I've still only got 2, and I wouldn't
And-
be able to get back to my room.
Well, I was
It's
going
a
to say
concentration spell.
you can
It's
still.
a concentration.
But I can wait for them
Technically,
to get to the other room, and then.
That's fair.
So I guess it won't be a rat party, unfortunately, but a rat parade, perhaps.
That's still great.
Yeah, that's good.
That works.
Okay. Well, I can't cast spells as a rat. I only have 2 polymorphs. 2 wild shapes.
Well,
Mhm.
but you get them back after a short rest, right?
Yeah.
So if we send everybody into someone else's room and not the hallway,
We spend all night.
If I get
quote-unquote doing
down
this.
on the floor and squint my eye under the door, if it's big enough for a rat to go through, I can see somebody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can make it work. Yeah, I can make it work.
Just imagine, just imagine being in your room and you see Pen go under the door saying, "Hey, come here, come here."
This is what's going to happen to Mirage.
Yeah, this is what's going to happen to Mirage. Everyone else knows.
Everyone else knows except Mirage and Kane,
Mirage
who's
is
going to have a
chilling.
nasty surprise.
Oh,
Oh.
Kane's not on the call either, huh?
Yeah.
No!
But he's not leaving.
No.
Yeah, but he doesn't know.
That'll help though.
He doesn't know it's an option. Oh, yeah!
That'll help.
We'll just
have
tell
somebody
him
who
it was
actually doesn't.
Gaslight him too.
We're gonna what?
We're going to gaslight him.
Gaslight him?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I honestly think we should. Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I think we'll sell it if we don't tell Kane it happened until we leave.
He's just going to think Peregrine abandoned him?
Not very long.
He's not gonna believe you.
Well, then somebody should tell him.
Yeah, I'll tell him. Don't worry.
He's
So,
definitely gonna
like-
pretend to tell him.
If Kane asked anyone else, would you like? No, we're fucking with you. I'm sorry. I don't know why we're just doing that.
I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know why she's doing that.
So
Okay.
yeah, I think Ken turns into a rat, goes and gets two people, tells them to go to Peric's room, waits an hour, does the rest.
Oh, I don't have to wait an hour.
Oh, just kidding. I thought you said you had to
No.
short rest.
We just did while talking.
I thought you needed another one.
Nah,
so-
I'm good. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
As long as they're able to look under the door.
The thing you have to remember is that I'm so powerful.
I forget.
Really powerful.
That's the
druid.
power of druids, is you can do anything.
Forever.
I
So-
mean, I also forget. I can kind of do a lot of shit too at this point, and I do forget. I can do harm.
Yeah.
Correct, but also the spell.
That's also the
Oh yeah,
spell.
both. Actually, I can harm, and I can also do harm.
Are you
All right.
talking to Mirage before you turn her into a rat?
Yeah,
Okay.
I will. Because she needs to know where she's going. And even if... Like, I need to tell everybody what room they're going to, if nothing else. Because
Yeah.
while they're rats, they're not going to be able to think a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Just use reactions to a rat. Delightful. Okay.
So, I'm going to polymorph into a rat. I'm going to scurry out from under my door
Scurry, scurry.
and make sure that there actually are no guards on this floor. I'm pretty sure there aren't.
There's not.
Good. I'm going to turn back into a gnome. So that was my one
Poof.
wild shape. Rather. I said polymorph, but it's wild shape.
Yeah.
I'm going to go, hey Peregrine, hello. I'm looking at you from under your door. Like we just mentioned, I'm going to turn you into a rat. Peric's room is that way. Go.
Go, my rat.
Go, my rat.
Oh my rat!
I like the concept that we slowly see people drop off the group call, like pin drop, and now Peregrine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
somebody needs to give their stone to Kane though, for temporarily. Okay, everybody that's staying.
Because it'd be
needs to
nice to communicate with them.
I mean, I bet Adora would do it. Didn't we buy her a
Peregrine
phone?
will do it.
Okay.
have- We did buy her a phone
Yeah.
because we love her so
Because
much.
we love her so much. So that was one polymorph. I wait for Peregrine to get in there. So now Peric and Peregrine are together. I do the same thing for Adora. Wait for her to get in there. So Peregrine, Peric, and Adora are in the same room. And then I go and find Mirage and go, hey Mirage, we're gonna get you out of here. I have to turn you into a rat, and then you're gonna go to Peric's room, which is over there.
The fuck?
No
Okay.
other answers.
Click.
Spelled.
Yeah, and then I turn her into a rat.
Yeah, she's a rat now.
That's all the information she gets from me.
Does she follow instructions?
God, I hope so.
Please.
Just stays in bed. I think it takes her a second, but she follows the
Thank God.
Thank God.
You like hear the scurrying and you're like, Mirage, please go to this room, and then you squeak. Out she goes.
And then with those 3 spell slots, that has all 4 of them in the same room that we want to leave. Peric, Peregrine, Adora, Mirage. So we should be good. And then I use my second wild shape to get back into my room.
Okay.
God, we're so good. By which I mean you.
Druids are Swiss
Tin
Army
especially.
knives. Anytime you
They
need something
are.
done that isn't like attack or heal or whatever, if you need something to get done, ask a druid.
Love that.
So good.
What the fuck will we do without you? Die.
Not turn into rats, that's for sure.
We-
Not turning around.
We would have died on the goblins.
Straight up. Like fully for real. Completely for real. Can't be
Absolutely genuine. I'm saying this. Yes.
Okay. Goodbye. 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 They're gone.
Out of a bit of character, can I tell you? I'm just remembering that Kane had to be paid to be here. Doesn't really want to be.
Sucks.
Expecting a fight.
Doesn't get one.
Tough shit.
It's just so funny to me. We have narrowed them down to be last one.
Listen.
You know, you are staying.
You are
You are staying here.
Ken,
Forcing you into our found family, bitch.
Nah. Ken
Coworker.
pays him so much money. That motherfucker
It was like
is
10,000
staying in hell.
gold.
He
It
is
was a lot of
staying
money.
in hell until we're done. On God.
Oh, it's so fucking much. Oh my fucking god. Oh my
I
god.
want to puke.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Reverends and Noah are like sick to their stomachs about it.
It was
In character.
6,791 gold.
Oh, I remember.
Yes.
Hey, that's
Okay, cool. Good
better.
job, me. I remembered 6,000. It's
Yeah,
not
but
that much better.
I was gonna say no, but you rounded up, so it's 10,000.
Yeah, you round up, it's $10,000. It's, you know,
Not even gold, dollars.
you know me.
Yes,
It's
I
all
do.
dollars.
It's always very funny though.
It's always
Anyway.
dollars. It don't matter.
All right. They're gone. We narrowed down the party, so it's one simple planar shift to get out of here.
Should we slide the stone under Kane's door before?
Yeah, I just want to say that I did not stop by Kane's door.
You didn't give him the stone then?
You didn't.
Did somebody give me the stone?
Yeah, Adora gave the
Peregrine.
stone.
Oh,
It
if,
was Peregrine's stone.
if it was through that and Peregrine gave me the stone, then yeah.
Yeah.
Then yes.
Here you go. You'll need to contact us in the coming days.
Well, still on the phone call, preferably, so we can.
We filled Kane in with the stone.
Yeah.
Hi, so
Okay.
we're crazy. You thought you knew this already. You didn't.
Damn,
No,
you
we
guys
just
are
got-
crazy.
Now we just have to fool a bunch of demons into that we've been duped. Don't worry about it.
Are you good at lying? Scale of 1 to
Scale of 0 to 20. How are we feeling?
scale of 0 to 20. How's your
I'm
mom?
not terrible at lying.
Are you good at being quiet while other people lie?
Yeah.
Wait, I just remembered again. The good news for everybody, it's just me. Actually. Because none of them fucking speak Infernal. Do you speak Infernal? Please say yes.
No.
Great. Phenomenal. So actually, nobody else needs to worry about lying. It's just me. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Oh god, what do I have that's gonna help me lie? I gotta look at some shit.
Well, you've got inspiration.
Yeah, give me as much of that as possible. I can vanish.
I've got the
Does that
rope of
help?
truth. Does that help?
No.
I don't think so.
I can
I have
summon a boat.
invisibility. Does that help?
You
Do you
have
need me to
what?
summon a boat?
No, I don't think that's gonna help.
That's about all I got.
I've got
My friend, I don't have anything for you but my own charm and good wits. I'm so sorry.
one small red rock. Does that help?
Okay. I think we get some sleep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure do.
You got a big day tomorrow.
Sure
can
do.
I can read lips really good. That's good,
Does that help with
I
lying?
guess. No. I have a +5 bonus to passive perception.
This-
Yeah.
Before we go to bed, I just want to make this clear again. So, like, they all just speak Infernal?
Yeah.
Yes.
As far as we're aware.
So it's only Reverence
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
that can do this. Okay.
I mean, we can play our parts and also act shocked and surprised.
I mean, yeah, you do
But-
have to act still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Merritt's gonna try to act
Which
his
is
ass off
actually-
about it.
Probably going to be performance, not
Yeah.
persuasion.
Yeah. It's the same for me.
And I do
It's all
think we need to
charisma.
all relate, like, to Penn, just act surprised. But minimally. Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not that much. Just surprised or
Well, I'm
betrayed.
more
Surprised
confused.
in a sad way. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds better, yes.
Got it.
Awesome.
Well, congratulations.
How's you wonder at this?
It's the 4th of Omen now.
It's the 4th of Omen now. Yeah, it feels like a fucking omen. God damn it.
Isn't that like
Could it be
Reverence's
any other
birth
month?
month?
Yeah, it is.
No, Reverence was born in winter.
Fuck.
Was it winter? Okay.
I thought you were an Omen.
No. I made her a Scorpio, I think. Is why.
Fair.
Because before we knew the calendar, I had it written that her birthday was the equivalent of November 6th.
That's fine. Nice. All right.
Winter 6.
Winter 6.
Yeah, because I wanted her to be a Scorpio.
And she is.
Shout out Scorpios, for real.
I'm a Scorpio.
I know.
Yay!
Shout out you.
Yay!
Okay.
I think we
I'm
sleep.
gonna. We sleep, and I do need a moment to do some spell stuff.
Oh yeah, I guess I should look at my spells, huh?
Yeah. How many spells?
Did you get all your spells in order?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm so
Spelled slots.
scared.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. You just have to lie a bunch.
Yeah, I know. How long does enhance ability last? Okay, it lasts an hour. I'll do it right before we walk in. Do a little as subtly as possible.
So, Reverence.
That's my name.
You awaken to your door opening,
Good.
and Suffer is entering your room.
Mm,
Hot.
No,
dangerous.
not good. Reverence sits up and fucking rubs at her eyes because that means it's early as fuck. Because Reverence gets up with the sun. I know there's not a sun here, but presumably her body does its thing.
Yeah.
So she sits up and rubs at her eyes and says, "Good morning."
Suffer motions for you to be quiet.
Reverence's eyes widen, but she does so.
Are your friends still here?
Yes.
You need to send them home.
Why?
My master is coming. And he will want to leave the plane.
Okay.
So whichever ones have the ability to do that need to leave.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why are you telling me?
Suffer's quiet for a moment and looks kind of uncomfortable. Which is strange because she always looks strange.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you could say I'm selfish. But I don't think he should leave this place.
Reverence thinks for a long second about what exactly should be said to Suffer. Can I insight?
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
What are you inciting for?
It just does this seem like bullshit? Like, is she for real?
Genuinely concerned.
Suffer seems the most unsettled than you've ever seen her. She looks nervous.
Okay. Okay. Reverence says, well, if you think that, then I'm inclined to agree. So, the issue lies in how the rest of us leave. If the people who can get us out are already gone.
Suffer nods. And says, can they come back for you in some days' time?
Reverence nods. I think so. Reverence nods again. Okay. Thank you.
I don't make it suspicious.
We'll do our best.
Suffer nods and leaves the room, closes the door behind her.
Reverence gulps nervously and uses the stone to call Kane only.
Okay. Ken answers and is definitely like half asleep. They're like, huh?
Reverence says, you have to go.
We're going now?
No, you're going.
Okay.
In a few days. Probably less than a week. Come back for us. but you have to leave. And I need you to trust me on that.
So the plan is changed.
Yes. Drastically, I know, but I've you have to leave, or else things are going to get very, very bad. We can't have someone who can do what you do here at all.
How long do you want me to come back? When do you want me to come back?
You gotta give Siren a minute to think. And we
Processing.
met how many days do you guys think I should
I'm
say?
thinking 1 week.
A full week?
I think a full week.
I think a full week.
We can survive a week, and I think that's long
Yeah.
enough that he's not going to wait around. I think if we go
Yeah.
like 3 days, he'll still be here.
He'll just wait, yeah.
Because some days does sound like under a week, but if there's like proof that like we've been left by the people who can do the plane shift,
Fully
But
then
I
there's
think a week is enough time to dig into story and roleplay stuff that we're obviously about to dig into.
and that as
True.
well. Without getting like even more meta-y.
Okay,
to,
I'm
like-
glad I asked because I was thinking less. So
Okay.
5 to 7 days is what I was thinking.
Yeah,
so.
my immediate thought was 5 days, so...
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say a week because I think that's
Yeah, I think we're good.
plenty of.
Okay.
Or maybe no. I'm gonna say 5 to 7 days just to give a little element of surprise for all of us.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, Reverence says like 5 to 7 days, up to ish.
Are you guys gonna be okay? I mean, this seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. I just spoke to somebody who, if she says that someone who can do it cannot be here, that is what has to happen. If it had been some other instruction, perhaps I wouldn't trust. But the fact that what she suggested was clearly something that could not benefit anyone here in any way, I believe her, and I think you should not be here.
Okay. Sounds like you guys are gonna be in a whole lot of shit.
For sure. So it'll be good for you to not be in that shit, don't you think?
I'll make sure I come back with enough
Yes.
help.
Yes. Bring others when you return.
Enough help, but, like, not so much that you can't take us back.
Yeah. You know, not like
An elite squad.
Not like an army, but just enough
Yeah.
to help us, but also
Up to
get us
3
all.
more people.
Yeah.
like how we decided when we came here first.
Well, if he brings Eric, then
Yeah.
if somebody else can do push,
Yeah.
he knows what's up. He'll figure it out. But yes,
Okay.
in about a week, bring back enough people to make sure that we can all leave.
All right. I hope you know what you're doing, and I hope you guys don't die.
Hey, me fucking too. Sorry for roping you all into this.
No skin off my back.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Legend.
Regretted. Uh-huh. What?
As he sits in a prison cell in hell.
He's fine. He can leave
He's
literally
so-
any time.
Literally, he can leave whatever he
Yes,
wants.
oh yeah.
Reverence is not going to say that she thinks he should give some of Penn's fucking money back, but she's thinking it towards him as hard as she fucking can.
Okay. I will return in about a week.
Thank you.
Stay alive.
We'll try really hard.
Kane hangs up the phone. The
Yep.
stone.
The phone. It's a phone.
Yes.
It's fine.
The
But I
we
stone.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and then if you don't tell us, we'll actually feel betrayed.
That's exactly what I'm.
Fuck!
You are going to gaslight us?
You're gonna gaslight
I'm not telling
us?
you.
Your best friends?
Yeah, I'm not telling you.
Oh
That's
my
why I
God.
only called Kane.
That's so fucked for real.
What are you fucking want?
No, I'm into it. I'm into it. Let's go.
That's what I'm literally trying. Like, it's gonna help in regards to selling it. You'll
Reverence is
find out
playing all the
later it
cards.
didn't happen. Huh?
Reverence is playing all the cards.
Reverence playing all the. This is what Reverence does, bitch. She's all about this shit.
Bitch love card.
I can just imagine Relishai's going, mm-hmm. Yep.
Literally,
Mm.
Relish just loves this for
Like-
sure, right?
just actually like being like, oh hey, you're gaslighting your friends? That's exciting.
Hang on.
Now we're fucking
Turns
the
up the
show.
volume.
Now we're
Literally.
cooking. Hold on.
Switches to Reverence's channel and turns it up. Sits back with some fucking popcorn.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. You can go back to sleep now. It's, I would say, not very much earlier than when you would wake up normally. So if you want to say this is when you set up your spells, that's fine.
Yeah, she'll go ahead and like pray and do all that shit and like pray.
Yeah.
Like she's over there, she's speaking in tongues and shit. Like she's
That 20 minutes, real life minutes you spent, that's the same.
literally.
It's the same intensity.
I looked at his wiki page recently, and it was like people worship him by like playing crazy music and like fucking speaking in tongues and doing crazy shit.
Nice.
She's in there quietly doing crazy shit, trying to really get God on her side for this one.
I love quietly doing crazy shit. That's all of us. That's me.
Quietly doing some crazy shit.
Anyway.
Yeah. The rest of you slowly awaken. Seems like a normal day, of course. In this hell. Eventually, you are all summoned to a meal.
Mm-hmm.
And as you step out of your rooms, you do find that there is no Kane.
Mm-hmm. Which...
Yeah.
Ben, I love you so much. Yeah, Merritt's had the, like, charismatic, alright, we're getting into the performance zone, and then counts the heads, which, as he always does, and sees Kane missing, and is like... The reality sets in. The performance is good, but the reality sets in. What?
This is so. Oh my god, I feel so bad about this. Reverence like looks around like her with her eyes slightly widened, and she looks at everyone and mouths what?
And Merritt does like a questioned head tilt, like, where? Where are they? And like looks at everyone in turn, like, you know, catches everyone's eyes, like, what? Huh? What?
Where are Penn and Noah at right now? What's going on?
You're muted.
What? I thought,
Noah goes.
I thought we were only sending 4 of them home.
Noah looks around and goes, it seems like we're missing a few.
More than a few. Reverence
Quite a
says.
few.
More than a few. Are there like guards with us right now coming to get us?
I think there's like one guard who came in, opened your doors, and you guys have gone to the food hall before, so I think they just started heading that way without like rounding you up or anything.
Epic. Love that. Okay, good.
I was gonna say, like, if there's a timer, I imagine we would kind of start walking, but like there's a frantic, like, at least for Merritt, there's a frantic, like, starts to check each of the rooms. Each
Yeah,
of the
like,
rooms and
take a
trying
minute.
definitely Cane's. and then has to like quickly picks back up to like follow the guard, but looking distressed and like a bit more disheveled because something has happened in the night. in
Yeah.
the night, quote unquote.
Reverence is tense. Visibly.
Did
Which
anyone
is
hear
not a
from-
lie.
Well, yeah.
That's not fake.
And I assume as we all like start to like gather to like go ahead and follow the guard because we can't find anyone else. Merritt like whispers like, "Did we hear anything? Did they say anything?"
Reverence just shakes her head tightly.
Merritt, like, and, like Merritt's briefly like checking the smart stone for any indications, and no, it's just that last group chat, and
No
we're
text.
just no text,
Don't cry.
no text, no
Don't
call.
cry in the desert.
Yorna turns to you guys and goes, "Should we call them? Maybe they're hiding somewhere."
That's a good idea.
It doesn't work over planes, right?
Correct.
It does not.
Yorna is suggesting that maybe they're in the castle somewhere.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was just checking to make sure
Yeah,
that
it doesn't
Yes,
work
yes,
over
yes,
planes
yes.
though. No.
I guess it's worth a shot.
Reverence says quietly.
Mhm.
And Reverence walks in front of everyone.
Huh.
Penn's calling Peregrine's phone right now. Ring ring.
It's really funny that Penn's calling Peregrine's phone when that is actually specifically one of the ones that we sent away.
No, that was
No,
that was
Peregrine's
the one
Yeah,
you
but
gave
not the
us.
phone.
Peregrine lent
Kane.
us his phone to Kane.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, got it.
Adora got to keep hers that we bought for her. She is still just on our
Hers
plan.
has like a little charm on it.
Yeah.
She's decoed in the back.
Yeah, it rings in, there is no answer. It just rings infinitely.
Merritt like texts a single question mark into the chat that we had with Peregrine's phone for Kane.
No response.
Okay.
But then again, I hate to bring this up. Why would Kane be hiding in the castle when he could just leave? I know.
Reverence.
We already
Pause
gave
for a
him all the
second.
money.
Yeah, you sure fucking did. Reverence does not say that. Reverence is very quiet. And her shoulders are like very squared. Like you can tell Reverence is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure Merritt notices. In my brain, he's still like as soon as like he can see Reverence, he's sticking close to her because of the situation. I imagine we all are, but like Merritt, man.
But Noah
Oh.
goes after. Oh, sorry. What were you
Go
saying? Noah goes after Penn said that. Goes, yeah. I know you probably won't listen, but that is a lesson why you should pay half first and half after the job's done.
Oh, is that why people do it?
Yeah, because he sadly can't trust everybody. I know you always will, but
But he's part of the guild.
I know
Reverence
it's a
says
good safety measure.
after Noah says, you can't trust, or
Sadly, you can't trust everybody.
Reverend says, no, you can't. And then she says, we're on our own.
But we'll be okay.
Jordan says, let's kill him.
Yeah!
Reverence holds up her hand and says, we can't.
I'm sure he had his reasons. Not everything's black and white.
Reverence thought, is Yona talking about Cain or
Kane, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you want to talk about Cain?
Disregard what Reverence said. She thought they were talking about Big D over here.
Reverence was about to
D.
gaslight him even further.
No, what Reverence just said about the demon was very real. We
Yeah.
cannot kill him.
Regardless, it's something we'll have to deal with after this.
I mean, surely there's got to be a way out, right, guys?
Oh, for sure. We figured it out every time so far.
Reverence doesn't say anything.
Look, all I know is we'll figure it out. We'll be all right.
That we will.
We always do.
Well, I guess
So,
we
for the
will.
time being, though,
Mhm.
I guess we get comfortable.
I guess we go.
Find out what we can.
Okay.
Give Pence some raw eggs for emotional support.
Yeah. Do they have eggs here?
Probably
No.
not.
Worse.
Worse.
Yeah, what the fuck do we eat while we're here?
You're eating slop.
It's
Great.
indescribable slop.
It's the
That's
beast.
awesome.
It's the beast. There's
That's
some
probably-
sort of meat in there, but you don't know what it is.
The beast provides.
The beast
The beast provides.
Horrible. So I will note. So Reverence was tense. Merritt, you very clearly saw the moment where like the fey of it all kicked in him, and he was incandescent with the thought of Cain having been specifically paid and then leaving. And the little thread of rage seems to stay, and he gradually tempers it into this, like, more desperate, more apologetic, remembering who we're about to go face, and remembering the situation, and being like, okay, well, no, it's really genuine. They left!
See?
It worked.
Oh yeah, but like,
It works.
you can say C as if Reverence is off the hook.
Oh no, she's not. I know
No,
that.
she's not.
When we get out of this, everyone's gonna be real mad at her, and she knows that. But her, literally, she's doing this so that this.
Oh
is
yeah,
happening.
yeah.
And she'll tell you that, and you'll still
Oh
be mad at her.
yeah.
But
Yeah, well, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get there someday.
That's a
So-
spicy meatball.
we will eat that spicy meatball
Just,
a couple months.
just need you to just wanted to point out how Merritt's doing
I
the
think
way everyone can read everyone.
I think Penn's just kind of like staring off, distracted, muttering names of spells under their breath, going, nope. Nope.
Not that one.
Nope.
Not polymorph. Not-
Transport via plants is only the same plane.
No plants here.
I love the idea of them going down their spell list as Yorna's watching and just being like, uh-huh.
Yorna's
Yeah.
still like in a state of disbelief. Like they're
Yes.
like, yeah, you guys always get us out of it. We're gonna be fine.
Yep.
Noah's pretty chill.
I
Like,
love him.
don't get me wrong, there was some confusion at first knowing that Cain left, but he figures they'll figure something out.
Find the paths only on the same plane.
I love it. I genuinely love the energy as we go to breakfast with
The
slop.
mood is rancid.
As Rancid
It's
as the
real
slop.
bad.
God. So yeah,
And right this second, Reverence is not even bullshitting. Like, she is this tense for a reason. It's
oh
not
yeah,
about, like, what is currently happening. She is
She's
Yeah.
incredibly
lying to
tense.
all her fucking friends.
She's
Yeah.
lying to all her friends, and she's about to meet her father and maybe get killed about it.
you know, normal things.
Normal stuff.
Reverence just chose to put her trust in a crazy demon and then not trust her friends with that information.
Okay, that's not correct.
Well, it's not incorrect.
It's the first part's true, but I wouldn't say it's a product of not trusting them.
We don't have to talk about it because we got to get to the food hall and
We gotta
miss more than
go-
half of our party
Eat.
that they knew that we had.
We gotta go eat slop and explain ourselves. So let's go eat slop and explain ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
Kane
You
also
guys-
uses they them, right?
I don't remember. Possibly?
I double checked and it is they.
Okay, they them.
oops.
Sorry.
My bad.
Pronoun round off. Yorn is also they them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just they them. Is Kane just they them?
That's what it says on the sheet.
Okay.
Forcibly became they.
Sorry, Kane. That was pretty rude.
Sorry, Kane.
Sorry, Kate.
Sorry,
It's been
Kane,
a
please.
hot minute, and you
Misgendered
aren't a real
you
person.
I'll stick with pronouns later. Apologizing in the Google document.
So, yeah, I just scrolled down and saw it. Rip.
Well, I'm just saying it'll make it easier to say they.
Yeah.
Won't
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so true.
Yeah.
Low key, that
That
is the
takes-
game I've been playing. I wasn't for sure if it was specifically they pronouns, but I saw it listed enough to be confident that Merritt could say that and seem like he's talking about the group when he's talking about Kate.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Oh,
it.
good.
You heard me doing the bit.
Yeah, I heard it.
Shout out y'all.
Us they pronouners. Getting it.
Handshake.
Handshake.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you guys get to the hall and sit down at your respective table with your slop.
My favorite.
Suffer is there, and at her side is this demon that looks a lot like Reverence.
Mm-hmm.
That some of you saw
Mm-hmm.
last night. Suffer makes eye contact with you, Reverence, and then frowns.
Don't frown at me.
Hey.
I pro-
n-
I promise none of the rest of these fuckers can get us out of here. They don't know shit.
Yet.
Everyone's frowns back.
As you all sit down, Suffer walks over with this demon. This devil, even.
Reverence is staring very wide-eyed at this woman.
And Suffer frowns at all of you and goes, "Where are the rest of your party?"
Reverence lets out a little laugh. Gone.
And Mary like pinches his ear like a nervous cue, but goes ahead and turns on the earpiece of tongues. But otherwise, like he let some like a little more of the anger bleed out, and then like become more like worried looking. And he's also like shoulders hunched up, wide eyes, looking like we've done like. We all probably messed up, I'm sorry. Kind of energy, knowing what they were expecting and what we are now incapable of doing, essentially. but he tries to not let on that he can hear, but also like looks wide-eyed between both of them and Reverence.
And Noah, this is your first time seeing Almost Reverence.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He, you can see his eyes get real fucking wide, keeping his jaw from dropping. But, uh, yeah, his eyes are very captured, especially the wings and shit, throwing him off. But yeah,
That's reverence, but not.
So
it's reverence,
Reverence
but
to the
not
left.
reverence with some wings.
Reverence if she was fucking cooler.
I wasn't gonna say it.
No,
Oh, no, and all that
Killed
had to
myself.
all that you had to add was the mall. It turns out.
Can I just have wings? Can we do something to get me wings?
Probably, right?
Maybe eventually.
Maybe if I'm nice enough, big deal, give me wings. Just like a rebel. Let's go.
All right.
This demon who looks like Reverence is staring at you, Reverence.
Reverence is
And-
staring at her also.
She gives you a smile.
Reverence smiles back.
She smiles
Politely?
wider. Suffer kind of watches this for a moment and then goes, "This is salvation."
Oh!
Okay.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh!
Oh! Oh! I expected a demon name.
I mean, her name's Suffer.
That's true.
It's on you.
I know. I'm trying to catch up with it. Okay. Reverend says, lovely to meet you. I can't help but notice we look the same.
Observant.
I try. Reverend just waits. He looks very off her game.
Salvation sits down across the table from you.
Awesome.
Suffer physically grimaces like, ooh. Salvation does have goat legs also.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Copy paste.
Literally copy paste.
Salvation looks at you, Reverence, and says, "Tell me about yourself."
Well, my name is Reverence. I reside on the material plane, and I adventure with this. She gestures to the people near her. This merry band. Try not to call them, referring to all of them as this group of idiots, including herself in that.
When she gestures like that, Mir like makes a wave.
Sarah, I need you to be taking notes because I can't do it.
Yeah.
I need you got to just do your best because I can't do both of this at the same time. We adventure for money. That's kind of it.
Do you like your life?
Reverence thinks for a second. And she says, I do now.
Interesting. What do you know about yourself?
Reverence tilts her head in, like, kind of in an acknowledging, thinking manner, and she says, little. Very little. Almost nothing. Do you know about me?
Am I?
Reverence's eyes are not staring at her titties, but she's frequently glancing down at the symbol on this woman's chest.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you noticing my titties.
I
Yeah.
see you've noticed my titties.
I have, but that's not what we're focusing on.
She looks exactly like you, but with like way bigger honka basonka.
I was literally, hey, Reverence has a rack, hey? Reverence has a rack, and I need you not to insult that.
Listen, Reverence also stacked.
Appreciate her rack.
I'm sorry, I appreciate it.
Do not get it wrong.
Put some respect on those things.
Literally, is this lady, like, bigger? Like,
Physically?
She's larger than normal, but she's smaller than Suffer.
okay, that's what I thought.
I would say she's within the human range. She's just kind of tall.
Word. Got it. Just wondering.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I said this. I thought it, but Reverence asks, "Do you know anything about me?"
Salvation says, I know a couple of things.
Reverence kind of looks around a little bit. She's here to share.
She smiles at you and says, I'm not sure if it's my place to yet. But you'll find out soon.
Reverence smiles sweetly and just says, "Not ominous at all."
Salvation stands back up and turns to Suffer and kind of motions for them to both head back to their table at the head of the hall. But before they leave, Salvation turns back to you once more and kind of gives you another pleasant smile. It was nice to meet you.
Reverence returns it to the best of her ability and says, "You as well, Salvation."
And they both walk away.
That's such a fucking dope ass
What?
What did you
name.
say?
Such a fucking dope ass name. Salvation?
It's good. It's good. It's real good. It's real good. Just the fact picked hers, and then you come in here, and then she's also, and then Reverence and Salvation. Come on,
Yeah.
Bruh.
come on.
She's definitely related to you.
For sure. Totally. Once they walk away, Reverence relays the gist of what just happened to everyone else.
Merritt just like Merritt like puts his head in his hands like, oh, okay, well, we've yet to get in as much trouble for everyone being gone.
They
If they're
didn't
just
kill us
distracted by how much you look like her, we'll be fine.
I think they probably get it.
Okay.
I think probably when I walked in here to this, when they caught me here, I think they probably got it straight away. Considering the striking resemblance.
The semblance, yeah.
You look the same, except she's like a foot taller.
She's a foot taller with her fucking wings. And
Yeah, she's-
I, frankly, want to talk to somebody about that.
And the symbol.
Yep.
The symbol.
Reverence touches her necklace. It has a lot of other charms on it now. There's
Ragnar's tooth.
I think I was literally
Yes.
gonna say Ragnar's gold tooth is on there. The key's currently on there. There's a little scale from one of the dragons.
Yeah.
You know, several things on there at this point.
Oh yeah. But like, if I recall, we've talked about the necklace specifically.
Yeah. She runs her fingers over the red stone that has the same symbol on it.
Okay. I think we're getting a closer idea of its significance.
Well, I think she might be my sister, and I think this might be a family thing.
Oh, I thought she was
You
your mom.
think?
Oh.
Ah.
I'm sorry, Pen. I don't know where you read the room on that. It is definitely big sister energy, but okay.
I'm not sure. We're not really on the same page on that one, but hey. Can't prove anything at this point, can we?
We don't know much of anything at all at the moment, no.
Plot continues to be consumed.
Yep. It's just like,
Hence
we're
silence.
doing all right so far. So we're just gonna have to keep going.
We eat the beast.
We eat the beast.
The beast provides.
We eat
The beast provides.
beast
The beast
like
provides.
I wrote that in the notes.
I
I like that so much. I really want them to all say that every time they eat.
The beast provides.
Well,
The beast
I
provides.
was
The
just
beast
I was just
provides.
thinking about like not that everyone I like the concept that maybe not everyone says it here necessarily, unless you just want to establish that now. But I like the concept that someone at the table says it while Merritt can still hear Infernal, and he's like, "Please help! Please tell me! I don't want to know. I don't want to know in what way the beast provided this. I don't want to know. I think I know which
What
beast.
beast? I don't want to know how it did it.
It doesn't look like it came out well.
The beast provides.
And now it's gonna be one of those horrible things stuck in Merritt's brain, and he's gonna hate it. He might also do that friend thing where someone says it and he knows only Reverence can hear it if she heard it at all. But he looks over at her like, "What?
The fuck? Did you hear that?
Did you just hear that?"
Reverence looks at him like, yeah. And then she shrugs and she's the beast provides.
Don't.
Don't.
Don't. Please don't say it again unless they make you.
We gotta be eating something.
I don't want to know what the something is.
Oh, I thought they said giving meat.
The
Reverend-
Giving Me? I love that book.
Oh no! Like the giving tree, cause they're the tree beasts.
That's really fucking funny. That was hilarious, Delta. 10 out of 10 joke. That was so fucking funny.
Oh my god. I also think Merritt only gets through about half the meal before he's like, no.
I need to stop being provided by the bees.
I think I need to go back to my room and eat my rations.
But the beast provides.
You're
I'm
just gonna let the
good.
beast provide like that?
Oh my god, wasting what the beast provided. That's
You're
terrible.
just going to deny the beast like that?
And let it die?
For nothing?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I like to think this is a conversation that you all have.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Just memeing on the beast provides.
The team virtue thing happens, and then it was like, what's happening? And it's- they keep saying the beast provides, and then it becomes
If
a whole
Noah
thing.
heard Reverence say the beast provides under her breath, he would definitely be intrigued.
Oh yeah, Yorna's like the beast fucking provides.
You know what? It's good because this lightens the mood a little bit.
A little bit. Can the beast provide me a leaf? Please.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
You get gruel and meat.
River pats Merritt's shoulder and says, "I think you're the only leaf here." Worry about any of them.
Can you eat your own hair?
No.
It's like eating your dead skin. That's gross.
Not.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't feel the skin off your lips?
Not as sustenance, certainly.
No.
Yeah, okay,
It's-
fair enough.
It. For Merit, it does have the same energy of like, you could, but why the fuck would you?
There ain't no leaves here.
Desperate
He's not
times.
even. He's not even in particular bloom, and everything's wilting. Anything he does have, it's just hair at the moment.
He's
It's
frozen
like
rotten.
fucking week old spinach.
A little bit, yes.
Water that boy.
There's no water; it's just ice. Well, I guess there's heat. You can eventually do so.
You
Okay.
can boil him.
No.
Boiled spinach.
Well,
Everybody loves it.
he'd be happy for all of 5 minutes because he'd be warm for once in this whole time he's been in this hell. But
It sucks for my boy.
he's suffering, but he'll do it. Person's like, do you what? You are the only person now that can leave. No, or actually, you're not the only one, but you can be banished. No, I'm
No.
saying we're committed now. My complaining is also your problem, but that's just going to be a cooperative problem.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I think you finished your meal. The beast provided for you.
Yippee.
Suffer and Salvation at some point get up and leave without really speaking to you again. And you guys are kind of left on your own.
Okay.
Do any guards like see us and start following us, or are we good? Does anyone seem to be looking at us? I guess
Most of them seem to not really be paying attention to you anymore.
We're just
fun.
left to our own devices.
That's their problem. All right. Well.
So we've entered the free roam section of this.
So we are we gonna go explore?
We gotta.
I think
else
we
are we
gotta. I don't know. Just sit here and eat
All day.
I'm not eating more.
And then
Let
go
the
to
beast
sleep.
Provide
and then go to
continually?
sleep.
What the
We-
beast continue to provide?
We should further figure out if there's anything else going on in here aside from the cursed room and our rooms, I guess. Cursed
They
room
got
is
a
fair, but
library?
also it's not wrong.
They think got a library in this place.
Do they have scholars in hell? Well, I guess they might. Anyway,
Even begin to tell you.
we could always go find out, though, I guess.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
No one does.
Let's go find out.
I'm so scared. What if we have to fight all these demons?
We won't have to. We can become clouds.
The vibe is not there.
No, it's not. But what if it is later?
And then we'll do that.
What if my dad
We'll
tries to
figure it
kill us?
We'll
Then
figure it out.
we kick his ass.
Robert's pretty chill.
I don't know, man. He's really big, also. Though.
Banger! Oh my god,
man.
banger, Delta.
You're so funny. What?
You are so
Holy
funny.
shit!
You are so funny.
Yay.
That's
Another
banger.
quality, another banger. Robert's pretty chill. Yeah, he likes you guys. He doesn't get it, but he likes you guys. He's actually, I'm honestly proud of him in regards to many things.
The
He does
chillosity.
I.
The
Yeah, he
chillosity.
does I. Considering
was-
the way he could behave, he does
Yeah.
I.
Definitely could be worse. I just remembered when we were at your house, and the mornings where I would be up before almost anyone. So I'd be making my grilled cheeses, and every once in a while he'd be in there also like doing whatever, and we briefly talked for a little bit. I don't remember about what about, but it was just like, hey, hi,
Hey, man.
whatever. Hey, man.
He's I, right?
He's nice. Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was just like a little funny
Yeah, because I'm talking to my dad by
because I'm
yourself.
talking to you. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing about my dad is he knows that you guys are like the most special, important people ever for me,
Aw.
which means he loves you. He also does not understand anything about you,
No, that's
okay.
fine.
but
doesn't need to.
he makes an effort to not be a dickhead, and that's all I can ask.
That's all. That's what can count, man.
Thank you,
Literally,
Robert.
straight up, like the 50-year-old country boy makes an attempt, and that's
Good
it.
enough.
That's pretty good.
Hey, yeah, it is. Anyway, let's worry about my fake dad.
Yeah,
Oh, the one that could kill us.
the one that
The one that
the one that
could.
could.
Yeah,
It doesn't know us and doesn't care and could kill us.
he might care
Does? Yeah, you think he cares
He
about
could.
us?
about you. No, me, maybe. What I can do for him, certainly.
Yeah. There, and that's the problem. So let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do? You seem to been set free on this fortress.
And that is their problem, their mistake.
I mean, I guess we're just gonna like. Do we want to wander around in the fortress? Do we want to go to the courtyard, see what the fuck's happening out there? There's nothing particularly exciting. I was gonna say we could look at like their weapons and shit, but it seems like they don't have.
It was like-
much here.
It was like basic weapons and zombie horses, which are exciting but a little
That's-
sad to look at the longer you think
So-
about it.
It's
Yeah.
just like
So-
Minecraft for real.
Just like Minecraft for real, for real.
We
The only thing looking around outside could help us get an idea of
Yeah.
how bad they could fuck us up,
this is also true.
but also inside could also maybe do that a little bit.
Well, we've learned a little bit about this. I think that you've explored some inside, at least, which is what led to the book situation.
Yeah, I
And we
took a
don't know.
bath with a big hot lady.
Very
That's pretty
exciting.
cool.
A little concerning, considering
A little concerning,
Any
but a
possible-
lot of it
but,
sexy. So,
Scary, mostly.
not mutually exclusive emotions in that fashion. Nevertheless, we
fucking
can
really
proceed.
true.
We can be scared and also attracted to someone,
so true.
So,
and you
That is
should
so
be.
true.
What if I know Merritt doesn't want to go outside, but strategically I do think it is best, and so does Merritt in this regard. He's like, it's cold out there. It's cold everywhere. Okay. We already know we don't know everything inside yet.
I mean, the best. I
But
feel like inside we could look
Getting
for
a
like
first scope. Yeah.
to
there's
get
not-
more information about what's up.
There may not be a lot going on in the courtyard necessarily, but we would still also get, again, an idea of what we're dealing with in regards to what they have out and about at the moment. for courtyard. And possible little escape routes, but those can be found anywhere. It's fine.
Shall we go outside? Take a little walk?
Let's take a little walk around the outside of the fortress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys head down to the courtyard. It's a wide open space. The tall walls tower over you and block most of the wind, especially from down here. I would say it's still pretty cold, but it's less like a abrasively cold as it is near any like open windows or open hallways. There are devils going this way and that, doing their business. There's several that seem to be like training, holding their own weaponry, sparring. There's a couple of these undead-looking skeletal horses
So
Um,
fucking sick.
that are used to. Some of them are being used to transport things from one side of the fortress to the other. Some of them are being like seemingly trained to be rode upon. And yeah, I think there's a blacksmith forging these weapons that they're all using.
Okay.
But all of
And-
it looks like it's still like quite the weapons and everything. It's got like quite simple.
There's nothing really speaking out or shining, especially catching the eye. This is standard fare.
There's probably
They're
no
doing
armor.
their best in this.
You know, those standard skeletal horses.
Yeah, you know.
You know the
Everybody
ones.
Horses with a different skin, yeah. By having no skin.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
What was that?
I'm just the horses from Minecraft.
I see. Yeah, the horses for Minecraft. They all of the weapons are, like you said, simple. They're made for utility more than anything. And you kind of get the idea that although all of these people are like constantly training, it's kind of for nothing right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's not an actual enemy to fight, but they are keeping themselves in shape.
I want to get a closer look at the skeleton horses. Are they like living creatures? Are they magical constructs? Are they demons of some variety?
What kind of check shall I make you make for that?
I guess my first question is if they're magical constructs. Might be either an arcana or a nature check, depending.
Make a nature check for me.
Thank you.
Yay.
I think it makes the most sense in this context.
Are they animals, is the question.
Yeah. I think they would technically be I think they're devils. They're a type of devil. They aren't magic by nature, so like they are held together by nature. There is no muscle or sinew there.
Right.
But they are not also regular horse skeletons. Like they have horns, and I think their hooves are like pointed.
It's a creature that just
It's a
happens to
creature.
be bones.
Yes.
Got it.
I'm thinking of those really messed up Halloween decorations that are it's a spider but it's
Kinda
bones.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They do have long tails that are similar to like a tiefling tail that end with a spade.
These things are
Oh.
fucking epic. Can we take one home? Can I have one?
Unfortunately, they burn in the sunlight.
Damn it!
Reverence. cannot take my phone because Delta doesn't wanna give me stuff. Great.
Oh, amazing. Um, I know we're pretty sure we're free to roam, but can I also ask? I mean, it's like being subtle about it, but the way he always keeps his head on a fucking swivel, is there anyone like seemingly like overseeing us or trying to like watch us or like guard us, quote unquote, from afar?
Give
I
me
mean,
a perception check.
I imagine there's people watching us for sure just because we're here and we look like this.
Well, yeah, but like,
Well,
if they're
y'all.
just looking at us because we're strange, that's another Tuesday. If they're looking at us and they're like guarded up, if it seems like we're going to get tattled on, that's a different kind of staring at these weirdos.
That's an unusual Tuesday.
That's a slightly
It's
unusual,
not.
but an elevated
That's
Tuesday.
like every third Tuesday.
Every
Yes.
third Tuesday.
That's when we play D&D.
Yeah.
It's like every third Tuesday.
Elevated Tuesday.
Okay. You are. I mean, like you said, you're definitely being watched by everyone. Like, I
Oh, yeah.
think both because you are strange and new, and also
Everyone is a
Probably-
snitch.
because everyone's a snitch. Yeah,
That's fair.
they're kind of like waiting for you to fuck up so they can run go tell someone.
Yes.
I don't think you look to like the towers and stuff, and it's kind of difficult to see, but there's not like you don't see Suffer up there just like staring down at you or anything.
Thank God. I don't need her cryptid mode just watching me
Yeah.
from on
Have
high.
you ever seen her blink?
Okay.
No,
No.
she doesn't.
She doesn't.
She doesn't blink.
Yeah, okay.
Strange enough putting woman, I love
Really
you.
normal.
Okay, cool.
Just the normal woman.
Just a
Yeah.
normal woman.
And a
Just
normal
normal.
Tuesday. People are all watching us so they can maybe snitch. That's fine.
Just an innocent
That's a
woman.
I like the idea that as the only sometimes woman of the group, Siren, that when you're not blinking, you're a woman.
That's true. When my eyes are closed, I'm a man. That is
I do
maybe
not
the
see.
opposite of the truth. I think I probably behave more as what you would think of, a typical man when my eyes are open. I'm just gonna tell you the truth, Awooga.
Can I be real with you guys? Awooga.
Listen.
Awooga.
I am who I am, and that's all that I am.
Yeah.
You yam?
Yeah.
Yes, why I
Like
am.
Popeye.
Yam. Yes.
Just like Popeye.
Bless it.
Popeye had a sailor man. Anyway, this is the garbage can.
Okay. So. Okay.
I wanna find like their armory.
Yeah.
I wanna
saw
see
the
what the
blacksmith.
Yeah, but there's a room around here where they got shit in it.
Hmm.
I want to find where the good stuff is. But it's probably inside.
Probably inside and also like. Hmm. So everyone is waiting for us to do something wrong, I think. So we'll need to be a
Well-
bit careful.
Yeah.
If the halls are empty enough, then sure, but mind your step and all that. Okay.
I just think,
But is I don't want to get within necessarily speaking range, but the blacksmith is just a blacksmith,
normal shit?
but devils.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, they seem to have like I think their tools look a little bit strange because they live
Oh.
here.
Yeah.
But they're using them much like a regular blacksmith would. There doesn't seem to be the only thing that's strange is the fire is blue, but that seems pretty par for the course here.
That's standard here. It's the elevated Tuesday, so
It's just that the wood that they have
The beast provides.
The beast
The
provides.
beast in it.
And
Yes.
the wood that the
Provides.
beast provides has chemicals
This-
in it that burn blue.
This is what blacksmith tools look like to Merritt.
Yeah.
He's not really, as we know, he's not really a metal guy, so it may as well all be cow tools to him.
How tools.
Yes. All right, fair enough. And
What are
it's
their,
just
just from being outside, what do their numbers look like?
yes.
There like a lot of guys out here?
There's definitely the most you can see in the courtyard. The courtyard's very large. I think it surrounds these like central buildings that you can see here. There's like the main structure is the very large fortress in the center that's surrounded by a big outer wall. The towers are on the outer wall are connected to the center building with like bridges. So this is like the biggest open space. It goes all the way around the building, and there are hundreds of people out here. You know, like it's not like you're not shoulder to shoulder with anyone. You have breathing room, but it's like you can imagine going all the way around this. You probably do. We walk all the way around this. You've got the time. You're looking, seeing the sights. There's probably about 500 people out here alone.
Cool.
So, yeah, estimations move the numbers up.
Getting bigger.
I was thinking probably around 1,000 or so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. But it's an open courtyard. Not for
Yes.
nothing. Okay. And a lot of ways to look at the courtyard also, but, you know, still.
We gotta fight. Should we maybe come out here? I don't know.
Pros and cons. Pros and cons.
So, is the center building what we've been in?
Yes.
Okay. That seems to be like the barracks and things. Kind of.
Yes. It's like the first couple of levels are probably like the barracks where if you wanted to find like a weapon room, that would be down there. And then like above that is the halls where you've been eating, and then above that is rooms that like the book room have been in, a couple of extra bedrooms, and then out towards the outside are more like the bedrooms that you've been staying in, these towers.
Okay. Okay. In the just to wrap up, because I remembered and then forgot and then remembered, the blacksmith, it's just also standard weapons armory, not armory, but you know, pieces.
Just regular stuff.
Yeah, they're making armor, weapons, shields. It's all pretty standard.
Yeah, I was gonna say standard for their quality.
Yeah,
It's
there's
this
no like
is
enchantments or anything going on in there.
Okay.
I don't think they're making anything like super complicated. Like they're not making like chainmail, but they are probably making like simple plate mail, just because it's
Yes.
a big sheet of metal that you can bend to your body.
Oh yes. So yeah, this is the army blacksmith. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
That's what I was
just kinda
thinking about.
seems
Like,
like
sure.
they're just all trying to keep busy.
yeah.
'Cause there's
Yeah.
nothing-
For what I gather, they're just normal everyday people. Even the ones that are like fighting and training, like Dub said, they're just trying to keep in shape and keep ready just in case anything happens. But I don't think they have like a heavy military force or anything like that.
Seems like
Give-
they maybe never have fought anything. Is that the vibe?
Given
That's the vibe, yeah.
That
Except for the
said, given the
beast.
context, I'm a little worried. Someone could very easily give the command and have them go fight. You know, like another plane, for example. You
Well,
know,
no, they can't get to another plane.
Not
if
yet.
they could,
No,
if they could,
they're not. They can't. They can't. No,
but they
there's no
can't.
not yet.
So it's fine.
I mean, straight up at this moment, there's no not yet because none of us can teach them how to do that.
No,
Yeah.
Like,
no,
physically.
but like,
Literally.
I mean, like, in both like in character and out of character, my point is like, so there's still devils of hell, and this looks to be like a part of like the army of hell.
Sure. It's just that their army sucks a little bit.
I don't even
It's
know if
because
it's an
they're-
army of hell, actually.
Kind of rude.
No, not with
I
their
I think,
circumstances. But
I think maybe they were the context, at least what I'm gathering, this is out of character. That they were probably placed here to protect whatever the fuck is under there.
yeah,
Keep that under there. And then so many millennia or whatever passed by that they just started living life, just trying to survive.
yeah.
There's
fair.
nothing to do. I wonder
And
if
then
there's literally anything else here, on this plane. I wonder if this is straight up it.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Or more fortresses like this,
Mm-hmm.
because they may not even be the only.
Because we saw things flying
Things
around
blinded.
when we were
Blinded.
traveling here, trying to find this place.
Mm-hmm. Well, they had they had markers. There were markers, and then there were things flying, and then it could all just be frozen fortresses and soldiers left waylaid for eons or whatever.
I mean, yeah, because the big guy was somewhere that wasn't here. So
Yeah.
don't know if that means on this plane or he was. I don't know what the fuck he can do.
Yeah,
He's got to be able to do something because
he's
he at some point had sex with a human woman. So something went down there. At least once, but
at least
according to what I wrote, more than once.
cannot confirm, but quite likely this was not his only happenstance.
Yeah.
He could have figured out a way out and then got banished.
Yeah.
What I guess.
Also, maybe. Yeah.
You're muted, Benji.
Human women could have planned or traveled here
Yeah.
That's true
just to
too.
have sex with them.
Well, like it's hard. Anyway.
From what
When he
I
says,
wrote,
come back to my place, and this is his place.
Yeah.
well, anyway, I don't know. Is there
Okay.
any other? Can I just do a perception in general just to see if there's anything like that jumps out particularly that would give us any information about I don't know anything?
I thought about something to add, but that's it's fine.
Go
Go. Well, what I was thinking is, if there's like a lord or a master or whatever on the way, is there any particular movements going on that seems out of step with the rest of it? But I don't know if that's what you.
I want
Pretty
to
much.
make you roll for this because you've been observing, and that's what you're doing. I think you kind of get the sense that this is what they do every day, but there is sort of a show to it today. Like,
Okay.
they're purposely looking busy.
Me
Like,
when
you
district
probably
is
spot-
showing up. Yes.
Yeah, you probably spot like some devils like telling others off for like laying around or something. Like, hey, go find something to do.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's sitting around right now.
My manager when district's coming. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. All right. So yeah, we've started something, which yeah, of course. But it's changing the energy in this otherwise tired fortress. Got it. Okay.
What is this big circle that we've got in here?
It was the directions that we were going before we found the fortress. Because we were stupid and made a peace sign.
A little bit. Okay,
Oh, no.
well,
Okay.
not much else, I guess, to look at out here.
All right. Well, do you want to see about rooms? I suppose.
I suppose.
Tread carefully, I guess, but we may as well tread.
We walk forth.
Did you guys know I have a weapon called coping?
Why?
I don't know that.
Why do you have copium?
What is it? I don't even know what kind of weapon it is.
I don't know.
It does piercing damage. It's something else.
And
Do you
The-
is that the and healing? Is it the healing dagger?
Is it the forgiving edge?
No, I gave that
That's
one
the
to
forgiving
somebody.
edge.
The forgiving edge is the forgiving edge. It's got a plus
I do have
6
it in-
attack.
Wait.
Did I buy it when Krios was mad at me?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
And that's why it's
Yeah.
called
It's
coping?
named coping. Yeah. Yeah.
It's 1d4 plus 2 piercing. I don't know what kind.
I think that's a dagger.
I'm
That's
assuming
just
it's
a dagger, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I should
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you bought that when Chris was mad with you, yeah.
probably. I'm gonna write
Have we made it better,
Dagger.
Krios?
in the. Sorry to Krios right this moment. Well, frequently, but
Especially
particularly,
right now, we are literally in.
this really sucks for that guy. Anyway, yeah, I guess we move our party, move it back inside to poke around in the upper wings.
Okay.
See if there's anything fun in there.
And I'm still kind of like, now that I'm aware of people watching because we can cause trouble, I'm keeping a low grade eye out on that, just in case. Because we don't quite know what's troublesome, but we might find out. So
Let's go up to this room right here, this building.
okay.
You guys have not entered this section before. I would say it's more guarded. There are like guards posted at corners, and they watch you, but they don't stop you from entering this area.
Okay.
You kind of get the idea that maybe they think you're less of a threat now.
Well,
I mean-
that's their mistake, but
Well, there's
yes and
also
no.
less of us.
Yeah.
So,
That is true, yeah.
It was part of the performance, cowering at the food hall because we're alone. Oh no!
we're alone on no.
So anyway,
Yeah, but you find your way walking up this building. A lot of it is seems to be like meeting rooms, for lack of better word.
yeah.
Tables in the room with like lots of chairs around, specifically for like a gathering.
Yeah.
And you find your way eventually up to this large window room, and it has a throne in it that is currently empty. And this window has this large symbol as a mosaic, or not mosaic, but stained glass kind of. The only stain is black, or clear, so not like really stained glass, I guess, but you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Colored glass in the shape of this symbol, and you have all seen this symbol tattooed on Suffer, on her shoulder.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this also the symbol that's been on like banners and things?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, I suspect we know where he's going to be now, for at least some of the time. Is there? It's where it's essentially a meeting room. I guess it's like it's empty of anything else that could be like
Anything to peruse.
of an interest. Yes.
There is bolted to the wall a decorative sword. The first thing that you've seen of anything that is decorative.
Wow, I'm putting my eyes on that. I'm getting all up in there. Let me see that thing.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna
Can I
touch it.
Definitely don't. That's not what I'm humming about. I'm wondering if I should see it with my special eyes also.
Trust me. I was like, I know I like to. Well, you probably. Okay, well, if you didn't trust me not to touch, that would maybe not be misplaced. But I'm not gonna touch it.
It's not entirely misplaced, but Give it. We can read the room. It's fine. You know not to touch it. I know you know not to touch it. It's fine.
Fantastic. I did
Um,
burn all of the skin off of my hand one time, so she is a little better about touching things now.
A little bit. Just a scooch.
I forget sometimes that Reverence is entire.
Both of them.
It's her dominant hand too. Both of them are entirely scarred.
Yeah. You have the one you started with, and then you burned your other one, and then you burned.
Only the palm of her.
Yeah.
One hand is super fucked up.
Yeah.
But the other hand, it's like the whole hand.
Yeah.
Sorry, Reverence. You don't have any feeling in your fingers.
Character development.
Whoops.
Should I be looking
With your special eyes? Yeah, probably,
with my
right?
magic eyes? Do we think that'll help anything?
What?
Yeah, and see if something lights up magical in here, and for the rest of the trip for a little while, for like 10 whole minutes. For posterity, I'm going to pop Eldritch Sight. Because I'm going to cast it. It is Detect Magic. Anything within 30 feet of me.
In this room, you sense no magic.
Okay. Not even the sword. The sword's just pretty.
Yes, the sword seems to be purely decorative.
Okay.
Or, perhaps ceremonial, but
Yeah.
it has no magic to it.
I just want everyone to know, if we end up having to fuck this place up, that sword's mine.
Just for the energy. You have to take it and burst out of the glass window, and then we leave. Yes.
Quite literally, yeah.
Yes. Shaking your hand.
You can carry things with the fucking mist shit, right?
I mean,
Put it
it
in
all
the
becomes
holster and
mist,
then
I
I keep
think.
it?
You're muted.
Huh?
Like your normal stuff, yeah. It
Yeah.
turns you and your belongings to mist.
I just put it over my shoulder and then it's mist with me and we break this window and skedaddle.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. Reverence wants it.
Is there like,
Control.
while we're already here and we're being nosy, is there anything like etched or like I guess that's a point I can make. Is there any special etchings aside from just the one symbol anywhere? Or, like on the table or maybe even on the throne? I'm not going to touch anything on the throne, but I assume it looks nice for the circumstance.
Everything is definitely, like I said, this room is probably the most decorated you've seen. There's carvings in the table. I don't think they're like symbols, but
it's in ornate.
Yeah, it's ornate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at every nook and cranny of this place, trying to see if there's like anything else in this room. Reverence is like ducking under the table, like peering in corners and shit, poking around.
As you do, you hear a voice come from the doorway that says, "Hello."
Oh, Christ. The Reverend stands up from where she was looking under the table.
I mean, like, whips around, like, huh? Because he heard, not hello, but we definitely heard a noise.
Who's there? Is it Salvation?
No.
No!
This person
We have a new!
appears.
Oh!
We have a new one!
We've got a new one!
There's another!
Oh, there's another one!
Brother, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
This guy sucks.
I'm holding both of your hands. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
This guy fucks.
This guy fuck.
This is a woman.
Okay.
Hi. She is trans.
Yay.
She's not wearing a shirt.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And she looks at all of you with a pleasant smile and kind of waves as you all turn to her.
Sort of like,
Pen waves.
yeah, mirrored
No
waves.
Reverence also waves. Hello.
I see you've been exploring.
We're, what can I say? We're curious people. KR, it's your turn. You got it.
It sure is. It sure is. It sure is.
I can't be. I gotta do. Not one of you can talk to this motherfucker but me.
Yeah, it's at this point. It's probably
I
been an
can
hour. Merritt.
badly if you want me to.
No, no, I don't.
And
Yeah,
it's worth
Well,
noting
can
if it's been over an hour, Merritt can no longer understand. I think as well.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I think
has
it's been over an hour.
Yeah.
She is about the size of a regular human. I don't think she's very much taller than you, Reverence.
Love that.
And she has regular feet and a tail,
Regular feet.
but no wings.
Regular feet and a tail, but no wings. Does Salvation have a tail?
Salvation had a tail, yes.
Okay, Salvation has a tail. Everybody gets a tail. Love tails. Yeah, Reverence just explains it by saying we're curious people. She does not elaborate. Love how spiky she is. I dig the little face spikes a lot. Reverence also moves around from behind the table and kind of puts herself between where everyone else is and this new person.
And Merritt like stays behind her, but is at the side. I imagine we're in like flank reference.
Pretty much, yeah.
And guarding us, guarding her motion.
She enters the room and kind of stands close to you, Reverence, and looks you up and down for a moment before going, "Your Reverence, right?"
Reverence looks her up and down in turn. Match the energy. And says, I am. And you would be?
My name is Avarice.
Ugh!
All right, cool.
Sisters!
I love you, Avarice. Fuck! Oh my god! Sorry for yelling, this is crazy.
We're in your plot now.
We're in my plot! We're meeting my family. This is crazy. Reverence does a polite little curtsy and says, it's lovely to meet you, Avarice. She squints a little bit, like nicely, and wrinkles her nose a little, and she says, is it a safe bet to say we're also related? I've met Salvation.
Yes.
Reverence nods. Okay, good. Great. The energy rolling off of her, at least in regard, she's trying to, like, you know, keep it cool, collected.
Yeah.
But her friends can definitely tell she's losing her fucking mind.
Correctly.
I hope we haven't intruded somewhere we're not supposed to be. Nobody was following us anymore, so we just kind of... We're looking around.
She shakes her head and says, "No, you're fine here."
Lovely.
How he's coming to collect you.
Oh. Lovely. To go where?
Meet our father.
Reverence's eyes widen.
And
That
not
makes sense.
really being able to understand. Merritt's like just trying to read the energy. I was like, what's...
Oh,
He, like he doesn't
Go ahead.
like he doesn't say anything, but he like he doesn't want to interrupt the moment, but it's very like clear, like, huh?
No, yeah.
What are you doing?
Reverence takes a moment.
Something about the dad.
Okay.
Reverence says, if you'll excuse me, they can't understand a word that we're saying. So if you'll, she turns around and just tells them, "We're not in trouble, but we're gonna go meet my father, or I'm going to. Unclear." And turns back to Avarice.
Cool.
When you say collect us, me, or she gestures to everyone.
Avarice kind of laughs a little and in common says,
Oh, good.
come.
Oh, lovely. I don't know that we had met anyone who spoke common prior. Hi.
Hello.
Hello, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
These are my friends. Reverence goes down the line, introduces everybody. Noah, Penn, Merritt,
Yorna.
Yorna. Forgot Yorna was here. Sorry.
Hi, I'm here. Avarice gives you all a polite little nod and says, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Delighted to meet you. So, okay. Lovely. Did not realize he was already so close by, or at least on en route.
How many of there are you?
Hey, Penn.
There's just one of me.
That
See?
makes sense.
Reverence smiles tightly at Penn and says, "I love you.
I love you too.
Please, just." She's like holding out her hand, just like silently, like pleading with Ben, like please. And she turns back at her. What did she answer when you? What did she say when she started speaking common? You cut out a little bit for me.
She said, you can all come.
Okay, cool. All I heard was common. I was like,
Whoa,
This
hang
really
on.
can't be it.
Damn, we're about to meet like the hottest dude on any plane. You guys ready?
Don't say that yet. Delta could still have one in his pocket somewhere.
I'm kidding. We already met the Emperor.
That's true, but I'm on the.
You're on Team Daddy.
I wish you would stop saying. I just wish this was not. I just wish. Anyway.
That was the start of the campaign.
Yeah, Reverence.
I just wish. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
just wish. Reverence smiles tightly and says, from stress from her beloved friends, and says, "No, let's best not keep him waiting."
Okay.
She wasn't talking to you.
Bless.
Talking to Avarice.
All right. Avarice turns and starts heading back down the hallway after gesturing for you to follow.
Reverence follows.
On we go. Merritt, just for the posterity of it, is keeping magic eyes on for the 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, while they're on the way, I would like to. I'm gonna real subtle cast enhance ability on myself, if I may.
Yeah.
And I would like to have the eagle's splendor in my life.
Don't we all?
Don't we
And
all?
she'll wait a minute till they seem like closer to their destination, and then she'll do it so that I get maximum amount of time.
Yeah, that's fine.
And let me get rid of this.
Avarice leads you back to the dining hall. and it is full again, like it was at mealtime. Only nobody's eating. People are sat at the tables, kind of quiet. There's like a quiet murmur through the room.
This is a meeting.
Yeah. At
No.
the head of the room, Suffer and Salvation are sitting in chairs, and standing next to them is Davinoth.
Hey.
He's so big.
Hi. Hi. Tea.
Reverence has on the way there kind of been very withdrawn, like in her own head. And by the time they've like reached the door, she's kind of like drawn herself up, like she's standing up straight, she's got her head held high, she's got like an air of
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like she's got
Yes.
that she's doing the damn thing. She's like in the
Yes.
zone, like I am meeting somebody important. I need to
We know this zone.
stand my ground, hold my own,
I know this zone.
do the damn thing.
Yeah.
So she's doing the damn thing. And literally everything, anywhere, all that they do, she is standing in front of everyone else. She keeps them behind her at all times.
Yeah.
She's
So let's
looking in.
go! I'm feeling really normal. I don't feel like I'm gonna throw up at all.
That's good.
Not even a little. Ah! Hey. Let's go.
As you enter the hall, he turns to you. He is large,
Uh-huh.
Big.
Yeah.
pretty fucking big. Probably like 7 feet tall.
Cool.
Tucks my hair behind my ear. Hi.
He does have goat legs
Love it.
and wings and a tail. And he's red.
He's got it all.
He's got it all.
He's the fucking demon in the place.
He's that bitch.
He's that bitch. HBIC, motherfucker. I'm dying. It's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, he turns to you all, and pretty quickly, like, his eyes land on you, Reverence, and he grins.
Reverence does her absolute very best not to look afraid. She's trying so hard. Her eyes do like widen and like as she fucking processes the fact that she's currently staring at her father. And wherever Avarice leads them, when they stop, she does a very like a deep like little curtsy, bows her head, etc.
Avarice leads you basically into the room and just kind of gestures for you to go forward. And you approach this table and do the curtsy. Salvation looks at you with the same kind of smile that she looked at you this morning with. Suffer is not smiling, but she does stare at you.
Yeah.
It's
Sounds
a lot
alright.
of what she can do.
I don't trust Salvation even a little bit. I don't trust any of these people.
Why would you? They're related to you.
Oh, fucking real. You are on that shit. That is correct. Oh, not even a little bit. Listen. Okay, never mind, actually. I was gonna say, you guys can trust Reverence. She is lying to you currently.
Actively. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She is actively gaslight gatekeeping girl bossing you.
But hey, at least she's girl bossing it.
Eh.
She's doing her best to girl boss.
He's trying so hard to girl boss right
Um, yeah, Davidoff steps over closer to you and looks you up and down and just keeps his smile on and says in Infernal, um, there she is.
I hate it.
My special little girl.
Okay. Everybody has to give real life Siren a second.
Yeah.
Real, the real life human being here is freaking the fuck out. Reverence smiles tightly and puts her arms out a little bit, like, here I
Do you know who I am?
am. I've been informed. It's lovely to meet you, Father.
He smiles wider.
Throw up.
And then in common, he says, and look at all of your friends. Introduce me to them.
Reverence swallows a little and says, "Of course." And then gestures between everybody. Noah,
Hello.
Penn,
Hi.
Lorna,
Hi.
Merritt.
Hello. And Merritt does like the polite. No, this is the Lord. He does like bow and like tip his hat, kind of thing.
At least some of you people fucking get it.
I'm surprised you're still wearing your hat, frankly.
He probably has kept it on for warmth reasons and comfort reasons, and like probably he tips his hat, but like might like leave it off for this particular event at this point.
At least one of these people fucking gets it.
Yeah.
If nobody else got my back, I know Merritt does.
Merritt has my fucking back. Team Virtue, let's go.
We are in a court.
We're in
Merritt's
fucking
like
the Lord.
yeah, that's literally
Okay.
like I haven't because I've been typing because I'm like just letting you breathe in the moment. I have not been mentioning it, but like yeah, Merritt's like also like started to tick on, and then as being addressed, it ticks further into like courtier mode.
Yeah, we're in court mode.
Yes,
Reverence knows how to act.
and also knowing he knows common is good to know. I mean,
Yes.
does not necessarily surprise me, but also like good to know. Anyway.
Back in Infernal, speaking to Reverence again, he says, so my darling daughter, how did you get here?
Well, cool story, actually. She's smiling. She's still like in the zone, but it's a cool fucking story. We're adventurers. So, long story short, we killed a dragon in a really, really cool way. That involved some of us ending up on a different plane. In our heads, banishment would work just fine to get us back to the material plane. And she kind of clasps her hands together and then brings them back out like, well, turns out I'm not from there. As such, banishment brought me here. Here we are.
Yes, you were born here.
Fascinating. How did I leave? When? She's kind of like drawn her shoulders up, like looking at him like, I don't know anything. Tell me stuff.
Well, I'm sure you've heard from Lady Suffer, but there's no way out at this point. I am a devil of high power. Even that
The-
has some limits. Limits. Um, I specialize in contracts. I can contact other planes of existence, but it's only for brief moments of time. And unless my contract is fulfilled, then I can't do anything. It's through these pockets, sort of small gateway into other worlds we can cross. But I'm still anchored here. Does that make sense?
Reverence tilts her head slightly and says, "Yes, I think." Though I still don't follow if that's the case, how I left or was taken.
Your mother. You remember her?
Reverence smiles very tightly. No.
I thought as much. I know of your troubles in life.
Reverence's smile gets tighter.
Your mother made a deal with me to have a child. That was you.
She smiles again and does a little hand gesture like, "It's me."
Um, Part of my deals is that my children are born here.
Uh, Reverence is squinting. Makes sense. But still, I don't. Well, if it's, I guess if it's just part of the contract, then once they're born, they can leave.
Yes, you aren't trapped to this realm, and, well, right now you are,
Of course.
but you aren't bound to this realm like I am, and neither is your mother. Once you are born, you return to the realm that they're from, and you are free to live out your life with her.
Reverence nods. I see. She smiles again. Again, all of these smiles are like very clearly like I'm holding together like by a thread. And she says, "I didn't."
I know, and I'm sorry.
She lets out uh, a little sigh and says, "Bad luck on my part." May I ask you something?
Of course,
Is she alive?
she is.
Reverence like straightens up, her eyes widen because that's not the answer she expected. Oh, that's not what I thought you would say. Can you tell me where? so stressful. Freak me the fuck out. He's gonna be like, no. AR the document.
I'm typing for my life. I'm.
Give me a second.
Figuring out where she is. That's her.
That's ring, 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 ring.
My God, that's her.
He says, I do not know her exact location, unfortunately. Our contract isn't as... With the contract fulfilled, I'm not allowed to keep close touch with her. But I do know that she is somewhere still on the continent of Timon.
Reverence nods. Well, thank you for the information. I'm curious to know what it is you receive in turn from a contract of that kind.
Well, a couple of things. It allows me, however briefly, to visit other realms. For one. That is how I met your mother.
Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Like the show?
Like the
That's how I
sitcom.
met your mother.
Like the TV show.
A show just as hellish, but for more mundane reasons.
For another, it gives me you.
In what way?
I find my children tend to have a way of finding their way back to me. And my hopes is that you'll be willing to help me.
Reverence takes a deep breath and says, the rest of them left us. Nobody that is here currently knows how to help you do what you hope so. And she allows herself to look slightly frightened because that's one, she is. Two, it's good to give that energy to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody big and scary wants to know that they're scared.
You use the emotion for something else, yeah.
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 I heard. I'm sorry for your friends and you that this has happened. I can't imagine betrayal like that is easy.
Reverence looks down like she's, a murder. And she says, no, it's not. And she sounds bitter and angry. And she looks back up at him, and her like expression is very steeled and like letting that displeasure show.
Still, I don't think all hope is lost. I've been watching you. I know you've been making friends recently, finding your place in that world.
Brian,
Perhaps you'll have more loyal friends back home.
she sighs. One would hope, but those that left us here are part of that same group. So I cannot say.
Well, whether or not we can leave this plane or not, I'm still happy to have you home. I think we have some catching up to do.
Reverence says, and means it to some degree. That sounds lovely. It is not a necessarily pleasant experience to only remember a rather unpleasant piece of one's past. It will be nice to know a little more.
And I would love to know more about your world. And he switches to comment and says, and I'd love to know more about your friends as well. They seem like such interesting people.
Reverence snorts, like involuntarily. And then she like covers her mouth and tries to hide it a little bit. But she's in common. Just that's one way to put it.
It sort of catches whatever energy's going on here. But hold on. Care also has to dial it in.
Dial it in, lads.
Lock in.
Lock in.
Everybody lock in. It's time.
We have now been addressed. Oh no. But that was because. What a vote of confidence, Reverence. We're joking, of course. While we were all very surprised about the realm itself, I will not lie. It is a pleasure to have met you and continue to make your acquaintance since we're all here now.
Yeah, I'm sure we've got plenty of time to get comfortable.
This is the scariest shit that's ever happened to me. And that's not true, but right now it feels like it.
Davidoff smiles at the party and sort of straightens up a little bit. um, and gestures to Salvation and Suffer and says, "Well, for the time being, I have some discussing to do with these two over here. Perhaps tomorrow we will talk more. Yes?"
Reverence nods politely, and that, that would be lovely.
He nods, and Suffer and Salvation both stand up, and he gestures for them to start heading out, basically, and turns to you all and says, "I can't wait to the next time we speak again." And then follows them out of the room.
All right.
Reverence gives another like slight little curtsy and bow to Avarice, who's presumably still standing there.
They stand there for a moment, but then follow Damoneth out.
Lovely, even better. Reverence turns around and she speed walks out of the hall.
We all marathon speed walks out the hall.
We follow.
We're moving. Back to the rooms.
Yeah, you can retreat to your rooms, and they're not locked this time.
Love that. They trust us now. That's my dad.
My dad.
Reverend
Yeah.
opens her door and stands aside and gestures everybody to enter.
And so we go.
And
I threw.
she walks in after them and she closes the door and she struts right over to her bed and she picks up her pillow and puts it over her face and she screams into it. For a long period of time. And then she puts it down and she sits on the edge of her bed and she smiles in a way that you can tell she is having an aneurysm.
In that meantime, the like courtier mode broke from Merritt, and he just
Puts hat back on.
puts a hat back on, and like you know the thing with long hats where you can make the brim go over your face,
Yeah.
like over your eyes. He does that for like a moment, and then when Reverend starts screaming, he like goes back and is like, yeah. So we can only understand so much, as you can imagine. How well did that go?
Okay.
We're not dead yet, so okay, I assume.
I forgot you couldn't fucking understand anything that we said.
I did not expect to have seen him so soon, otherwise I would have not used the earpiece already. I'm sorry.
He seemed nice.
No.
Yeah.
Quite the smile on him.
Okay, well, strangely, yes. He was nice. Quite.
Hmm.
But in such a way that is not nice.
Of course.
There's very like I mean, there's ulterior motives, of course.
Of course.
He was very nice, but it still
It's a
doesn't make
formality.
yes, it doesn't make our circumstance bode well.
Yes.
nonetheless, despite his. Can I like was he being super genuine with like being happy to see her and stuff?
Give me what's it called?
Insight.
An insight. I was just like an information check, and I'm like, that's not it.
I know everything.
I was wondering if you were going to pull a new one.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as you can tell, he seemed to be pretty genuine about being happy to meet you.
Okay, love that. So yeah, Reverence is like, I mean, truthfully, he did seem actually happy that I'm here. So that's good question mark?
You, with everything going on, you would suspect a definite ulterior motive. He wants
I'm
something from you as his blood, essentially.
yes.
Of
The way he put it. Okay, so let me start from the top. Had me tell him how I got here. Didn't go into detail about the cool dragon. Should have. Didn't.
that's a detail you can go into later. I imagine. It seems like.
But I have to tell everybody I meet about the dragon.
Yeah.
He said he knows he's. I don't know how, but he knows of me and things that have happened to me in my past. Um, I asked him if my mother was alive. She is.
Hmm. Okay.
So that's good. Um, she's on to me. So that's good. He couldn't tell me exactly where.
Well, that's not nothing, which is more than you had.
He said that, like the rest of them, he's bound here. But
Okay.
through contracts, he can get uh, brief ventures into other planes. Um, and
Hmm.
uh, his contract with my mother was to give her a child. I asked him what he got in return for that, and his answer was briefly visiting other realms, and then he said me.
Hmm.
And he said that his children have a tendency to find their way back to him, which would lead one to believe that there are family expectations.
Definitely sounds like it.
Right. And I told him that our friends that knew how to get them out of this plane have all left us. And he he said, again, he's been watching me, apparently. So that's
Hmm.
really fun.
Hmm.
Um, kind of implied that maybe the rest of our friends would be loyal to us. And I told him, well, they're all from the same company. So I don't know anymore.
Hmm.
And that's I mean, pretty much it. He can't leave, makes contracts, has children. I'm one of those. Hello. Um, obviously wants to not be here. And he said we'll talk more later. And that's pretty much it.
And also wants to talk with us, which tracks
Yes.
a little bit to the information getting of it all.
How do you
Contracts does not
no contract
necess-
sounds bad, doesn't it?
like it gives you this like look. It goes, does not necessarily surprise me,
Well, no.
particularly given the amount of power he seems to hold here, especially. So definitely there's a, how do I want to put this? A being so familiar with contracts will almost always have something of an angle. That said, family, the binds of blood, as it were, are very, very steep angles to play. very hard angles to play.
My
I.
concern
Mm-hmm.
is that by sheer virtue of being his child, I will end up with some sort of obligation that cannot be avoided.
That's my worry as well. Being a child of contract is steep. It can be quite steep, and unfortunately, none of us have read those contracts, those words. What's expected? Well, to a degree, aside from you yourself, but that's again. Blood is unfortunately very compelling.
Mm. Reverence
I'm sorry.
turns to Noah and Penny and says, "How is everybody else feeling?" She claps her hands together at the silence and says, "Great."
Sorry, I was dying.
Oh no! Don't die. Are you okay?
No.
Yeah, I just had a deep cough in my throat and I was trying to fix it.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
You know how it is.
I do.
With
Yeah.
spaghetti.
Uh-huh. The spaghetti cough. We all get them.
We talk. Yeah.
Truly tragic.
Sucks. It's terminal.
Terminal.
Fuck.
All of us.
But Noah goes, "Look, Reverence. Uh, I'm just here along for the ride and here for backup when you need backup. Most of this is yours to deal with, though. I'm sorry to say it.
I
We
just
can't
wish,
understand what they're saying.
I
Which,
just
don't get me wrong.
wish that we still had Kane or Perrick. I think the
Yeah.
longer we stay here, the more information they're going to have that they can use for something.
Yeah.
The consequence of angles.
Reverence He said like 3 days.
Hmm.
Nobody else knows that.
You said like 5 to 7 days.
I did, yeah. She wishes she said like 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Reverence kind of puts her chin in her hands. She sighs very heavily and visually thinking about her words. And then she unclasps her hands and puts them in her lap and she just says, "This sucks."
Yeah. Excuse me. Can't argue with you on that one.
And she rubs her like temples and she says, "You guys shouldn't have stayed with me."
It was a foregone conclusion, darling.
We're not going to leave you here
Yeah.
again.
You should have.
There's a lot of should-haves we should have done, and it doesn't matter now.
Do you know how
Well-
much longer this campaign would be if we split the party?
Oh my god.
Benji pokes their head in.
Literally like through the door. "Hey, do you get it?" "Oh yeah, I know that." Meta, obviously. We should have left. But Reverence, she just frowns. And she says, "Well, I'm worried we're all gonna die. And I just think that maybe if you all weren't here to die with me, I probably won't die, actually. I may be entered into another bout of indentured servitude, which is phenomenal. You all might die about it."
Well, if it's getting particularly deathy, you can at least banish us again.
That's true. I can get you out of here.
Yeah.
So we'll make it out of here.
Whether it's with me or not remains to be seen.
With all the power we can muster, it will be with you. If we can't muster it, then, well, you're the only one who can send us home about it. So,
I'll be sure to banish you before I die.
Thank you.
don't.
You're welcome.
Now, one thing I'm worried about is, should this plan follow through, Your father will know you betrayed him,
Yep.
have the ability to watch you,
Yep.
and if God fucking forbid you ever get banished again for whatever reason,
Fuck.
you're fucked.
Fuck. I don't know the extent of what he can see.
That's what I've been here wondering. Is what does he mean by watching you?
Merritt stares at the necklace.
Reverence tilts her head towards him and like looks at him. I can't get rid of it. It comes back.
I know,
Ah,
but
You know how many times I've lost it during my early life and woke up with it in my hand again? It doesn't go.
yeah, I understand there's no way to do anything about that, but it has the man's symbol, so. The easiest guess, but maybe not the only guess. Yeah. He could keep a loose tab on your mother, after all. It may not be as simple as a stone.
Mm.
what magical spells do we know of that allows you to spy on someone in such manner? Is it just sight or
Well, I've got
sight and
scrying.
hearing?
Scry
Scry?
is the
Oh.
easiest one. Uh, to my memory, that only works on the same plane, but it's not to say there's some sort of modifications for it in
Also,
some way for beings like him.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's like him. That's what we have to consider. Is that he's not just
There's
um.
there's ways. I
Yeah.
assure you, there's ways, and scrying is the closest I know of, probably modified or some variation thereof.
Reverence gestures to Merritt and says, "You know he's got eyes on him."
Hmm.
I'm sorry to point it out, my darling, but
I
I'm
was trying not to say it so bluntly, but yes, yes.
meaning
I
my point being
yes,
that across planes, depending on the relation to the individual being watched, the magic dies.
yes.
When you get past people like us, normal people, magical or not, really magical or not, we have limitations. The limitations that we have do not necessarily extend to beings like him. He did
Not
say that
to
his magic does have
contractors, let's say.
limitations. He
Sorry.
said his magic does have limitations. And yes, to contractors specifically. Limitations being he can't up and leave. But in regards to casting a spell to watch somebody, I'm sure it works quite differently than what we're able to do.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would say it feels unlikely that he can listen.
That was my main concern, was whether it's just sight and hearing or what.
You must consider he is not a god.
Yeah.
My
We
god,
are.
It's a
you can
powerful
hear every word I
being.
say if you want. That's just the reality of it. But my father is not a god. I doubt he's powerful enough to listen to the conversations that I have, particularly when I'm on another planet. And it seems like not here either.
As far as we know for the moment, he hasn't
Nah,
started
has,
listening in, no.
right. So I don't know the extent, but I find it unlikely that he can watch and listen and understand every aspect of my life. He
Yeah.
does have enough information to know that it was really shitty for a long time. Thanks so much for helping me out of that one.
Here's a stone.
Here's a stone. Have fun.
What
Whatever.
shit?
Whatever. I got mad and forgot the rest of what I was gonna say.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, really, our only other thing is just exploring some more.
Because we're kind of fucked, right?
Yeah, we're just like here figuring things out.
For the moment, yes.
When one would hope they'll come back. Yes,
Hmm.
one would hope.
Someone will.
Surely.
Surely someone in the Horn to Hell will, yes.
So we just have to survive. And I don't truly. I don't think he's hellbound, hell-bent, rather, if you'll forgive, on hurting us, me in particular, being his blood.
Unless it's the only option we give him, which it
Unless it's
doesn't
only
have to be.
precisely. I think we can hold it together enough to figure something out. What we're going to figure out, I can't tell you.
Isn't there some old saying? There's something said somewhere. In for a penny, in for a pound, or what is it?
I think that's it. Sure. We're in for several pennies. Several
At
coppers.
least
In for
we
a
could
copper,
perhaps.
in for a gold.
There we go. That's what it is. I think someone else had told me penny once, and I don't know what it is.
What's a
So,
A pound of what,
It,
Merritt?
it must be some other continents that we just don't know about.
for right now, I'm hoping it's just a pound's worth of information. In so much as if we're already here and stuck for the moment, it may be well worth trying to at least get an idea of the scope of what he intends to do. We've already come into some agreement that probably releasing a bunch of devils onto the world is not great.
No.
And if that is something of his intent to get free, or, worse, release their god underneath the ice, or some, variation of both those things, he may seem to think his children can provide a gateway for that. And whether or not he knows that, has a bigger plan for all that blood, Merrick then grimaces, thinking about that harder, but then continues. He goes, whether he believes they can just provide information, or if there's a more solid intent, purpose to all this lineage. If we can figure that out, I think it would be information worth knowing. Information worth taking back if we can survive that long, that kind of thing.
Delta.
Yeah.
I can't quite remember, but I feel like, do they seem afraid of the thing under the ice? I know they worship it, but I feel like I remember something where someone seemed nervous.
That was actually in notes prior to as well. Something about that. There's a discussion on. I can find it. Suffer asks if Rev fears Ralishes.
Yes.
It would be foolish not to fear him at least a little. And then Reverence replied, yes, she does fear him. Suffer considers this and says their god is built with fear. Not necessarily that they fear it, but it is fear itself, which may as well be the same thing, maybe. Is what I got and what I remember.
Yeah. So Reverend says, I really Because and have they ever has Suffer outright said that they want to release the beast?
Suffer hasn't straight up said that. No.
Okay. I Reverence now. I can't tell yet, hopefully, if what they desire is to, she points down, get that out, or if they just don't want to be trapped in hell anymore. Which,
Yeah.
realistically, can't blame them for.
No.
If I was, I've been trapped before. It sucks. It's fucking horrible. I can't blame them in any capacity for not wanting to be in a, she gestures around them, kind of fucking terrible place
Yeah.
with nothing to do for eternity. As long as any of them live, they live long. Longer, anyway, than some of us. Depends. Point being, I get why they don't want to be here. And on some level, because of what I've experienced, I wish we could help them. But we can't. A thousand
Which
devils
is
in the material plane is not a good
not necessarily, no.
solution. You think if we like bring them a bard?
we just sacrifice a bard, let them have some
Kidnap
entertainment.
somebody? I mean, surely some of them can sing. They've probably got bards. Reverent sighs. I don't know. I suppose we'll find out.
Yes, I do get your point, and also feel quite mostly the same. It's why I'm trying to specify that those two things might be two separate things, but maybe not necessarily also.
Either one of them is good.
Yeah, either one of them is not great, no. So, and either way, knowing more, just time to state the obvious again. Knowing more would be quite valuable.
Yes.
Whether or not this plan is going to, if he already has something in the works, which, again, knowing something of his kind, seeing you and your sisters, I highly suspect this is not just reaching out on reaching out for straws. Essentially, this is something bigger that he is doing. That's what I suspect, anyway. So,
Reverence pinches her nose and like rubs at her temple again, and it's just like, oh, I wish I was born in the material plane.
does make a few things simpler.
It would have been easier, right? The problem is I wasn't. I got here, and now I want to know things. If I didn't care, we could have just left. But you'll have to all forgive me for my
Caring,
curiosity,
of course.
I guess. Genuinely, quite genuinely. Sorry. Her face is kind of like pinched. Like Remus is not having a good time.
Everything happens so much.
Everything happens.
No, because it's not like anything we could have expected, and it's not like you can be blamed for wanting to know more. Darling, you're fine. It's quite the situation to be in, but we'll make it through.
I hope so.
I believe so.
The end.
The
Unless Ben and
end.
Noah, unless Ben and Noah have anything to add.
Nope.
Oh,
The end.
All right.
Curtain closed.
We'll end it here and pick up next month.
But we have a planned date. Don't have doctor's appointments on that day, guys. Schedule them on
I'm
a different
sorry.
Tuesday. No, you're good.
I got,
You're totally fine.
Before this.
I
I got a
don't
dentist
mean
appointment the day before.
I don't mean fuck you, KR. I mean don't
I know,
plan
I know.
things on that day, guys. We have things
Nothing
planned.
planned. Nothing planned on that day.
I know,
It's a
it was
calendar.
just funny because that is literally my problem.
No, you're fine.
I mean, it also gives Delta a full month. So.
Yeah. We can that this isn't saying we're not hanging out every other Tuesday.
Duh.
But you know, if you have a doctor's appointment, it's whatever.
These things happen.
But on that one, I'll kill you.
No.
it's the Tuesday.
It's the elevated Tuesday. I don't know why my brain is so stuck on that, but it
It's
is.
because it's the elevated Tuesday.
It's because it's the elevated Tuesday.
What it is.
The beast provides.
The beast provides.
Provides for us all.
The
Session
Beast
130,
provides on
the beast
Tuesday.
provides.
I'm really glad you guys liked that because when I said it the first time, I wrote it down gonna be the episode title, and I'm like, is it silly to do my own joke as the episode title? Oh well.
No.
And then you guys brought it up later and was like, oh thank God.
Yeah, and I'm changing it in the document as well.
In the notes.
The beast fucking provides.
It's gonna be the beast provides. So jot that down.